Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Gwen Hawk. How are you? Hi, Air Fried. Hi, guys. Hi, how's it going? I hope you guys had a good weekend. We're here to talk about worms. If you want to talk about tapeworms, I desperately want someone to do the milk thing. Now, I know I don't have a tapeworm. I've said if I have a tapeworm, I'm out. So, hi, Anna and Jans. Anna, yeah, ask away. Gwen. Oh, good. I'm glad. I had to cancel Sunday. I was exhausted. We've been really busy working on everything, so I just had to take a break. Do worms cause MS? I think that they can exacerbate your symptoms. I think that, like, it's not a cure-all, but I've had some people that have MS and have dewormed, and they feel so much better. Their symptoms are in somewhat of a remission type. High tan. So yeah, I want to know if anybody has done the milk yet. Apparently, so I read about that in 3 different spots. I read it on an Amish website because I read a lot of what the Amish do. And then I also read that they did it in Guatemala and a lot of Latin America countries. So I'm willing to give a kit to anybody that's, well, not everybody, but the first person that sends me a video of them doing a milk bath and a tapeworm coming out. I want to see one so bad in this way. I've only read articles and watched like silly videos about it. Oh my God, Melissa, if you sit in milk, the tapeworm comes out of your bum, which seems to be the biggest question on my last video about it, which was, where does it come out of your butt? So if you sit in milk, the tapeworm pops its head out and then you can pull it. I know, it's really crazy. Go watch the video. Like, I have like 2 back-to-backs. So really, stay away, B. So the thing that, you got to be careful when you pull a tapeworm out. I doubt anyone's going to be able to pull it out, but yeah, I also read an article about wasabi and tapeworms, and some dude thought that just because he was eating wasabi, it was killing the worms he was eating because of the sushi, and come to find out he had a 5.5-foot tapeworm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where do I watch the video? It's like 7 videos back on my, it's from yesterday. And I think I only did 3 videos yesterday. So maybe it's like 5 back. It's on my account. Oh yeah. So I'm wondering, like, because the Amish do it, and I was like, well, the Amish, they grow their own food. They have their own cows. Like, how do they get it? Well, if your cows drink in the stream, then they'll get parasites. And just to be careful, they do it twice a year. 5 foot. I wonder if I have the picture still on my phone. I might have taken it off. Oh, damn, I did. I totally took it off. Sorry. I deleted it. It's on my inside. I want to close that out. 5 foot. Just Google Fresno, California, man, 5.5-foot tapeworm. Oh my God. That's a lot. They can grow even bigger than that, and they can live in you for your life, your whole life, not just like a little of your life. You can get one as a kid and die with it. It's legendary. Hi, Winston Green 73. I've tried another Parasite Cleanse and colonic, but not sure I saw anything. I mean, you may never see anything. Parasites are microscopic. What we're talking about in a physical form that you can see are worms. So roundworm, flatworm, hookworm. Hookworms are a big one in our country because of we go outside in the dirt. We don't deworm ever. Do you fast when you're doing a parasite cleanse, and how long is the fasting? I mean, you don't have to fast. Jeremy doesn't eat anything that's on any menus or guides. He doesn't do any of the food lists. He doesn't give a shit. He just eats whatever. but he also has his worms longer than me. I cleanse, or when I cleanse and I fast usually 16 to 17 hours a day, and then I'll eat once or twice a day. Then you can do like a water fast before. Juicing is kind of a form of fasting. So any of those things are going to help move your cleanse along a little bit faster. But I am about a month ahead of Jeremy, and I was able to stop I didn't do full 30 days of Parafy. I did only 15 because I don't need it. So he does. He's still doing it. It's because he doesn't eat right. I harass him all the time. I think it would break off if you pull it out. Not necessarily. Usually you can get the head. If you can get the head out, if it's 5.5 feet, yes. I have to read how exactly he pulled it all the way out. But if you can get the head out, when you get the segments, it's laying the eggs all the way out anyway. So you might as well try and get the head out, because once you get the head out, the rest of it's dead. If that makes sense. If you're just joining my live, Parafy 10 is your discount while on my lives. Parafy 10, Parafy 10. We're doing the Parafy and Sustain, our staples in our kit, so that'll never change. And then this is our summer kit, so it has a heavy metal detox, liver cleanse, and upper respiratory. It's lungwort, which helps with the upper respiratory. If you're having long haul or any sort of virus issues, the metal flush is going to be your go-to. Lungwort is for like pneumonia, and then when you pair it with the Sustain, because Sustain has usnea, which is an antibacteria, like an antibiotic. It's Mother Nature's antibiotic. The two together will help kick anything out of your system. Then the Parafy with a wormwood in it. So if you look at it in a non-parasitic way, the Parafy with the wormwood will help boost your system, because wormwood is Mother Nature's steroid. All right, back to the questions. Oh, and Cinnabon, that just pulls any toxin out. I've had a lot of people ask me questions about MS and Crohn's. I can go back to that question. I'm going to say that I'm never going to say that it'll cure you. You can put things in remission. I put my endometriosis into remission after 20 years. Those are the things I'm going to continue to say. Nothing will ever cure you. Oh, I tried castor oil pack over my liver and got a super itchy rash that looked like a bullseye. Yo, Gwen. Yeah, you should do an internal cleanse. That could potentially be ringworm. You could send me a picture and I could look at it. But usually castor oil, because it's an anti-parasitic as well, they'll come up to the surface, and then it helps break the toxins down within your system. It's great for die-offs. But you should do an internal cleanse if you're having rashes. Everything that goes out onto your system is usually, hey buddy, everything that is out onto your system is usually something that's been going on in your gut for an extended period of time. Oh, and also in an hour, Melissa's going to text me, but in an hour, I'm going live with Melissa. MABrowandHair. She's hair loss TikTok. I just joined the conversation and it sounded terrifying. Most of my conversations are definitely rabbit holes. Tonight will be really nice. Is the link in the bio? Yes. And just so you guys know, a lot of times we don't say link in bio or link in profile because TikTok is censoring that from us. They just won't even post my comment at all. So I've been trying to space it out and be tricky with it. There's a bird that's going to fly over here in a minute. Okay, so if I miss your question, just ask me again. It's got kind of stuck. Yeah, you can do the Paragard. Here's the thing about Paragard, right? So the Parafy it's handmade, so it's got herbs that we handpicked, and the Paragard is great. It's $30. Ours is $35 plus shipping. When you use Parafy 10, we cover most of the shipping. So ours is all natural, and ours actually doesn't have any just natural ingredients in it or any caramel color. And so that's why I don't necessarily talk about Paragard as much as I found out that it's not entirely all natural, which is what we're all striving for. Can you do a cleanse if your blood? Yes, you just can't do a cleanse if you're on chemo meds or on aspirin continuously, because the metal flush has willow bark in it, so it's a pain relief tincture. And you can't do it if you're on blood thinners. Like, sorry, that bird is distracting me. ADHD. Okay, did a liver detox and pass lots of mucus and bowel? Is that common? Yes. Anytime you're detoxing anything, you're trying to get rid of the mucus. The cool thing about Metal Flush in the Parasite kit is that the lungwort will actually help dry up that mucus. So we're not seeing as many people having like the drastic, crazy, it's 111, the drastic, crazy different parts that we were seeing with the Paragard, because we formulated the herbs to work with each other. I don't know a whole lot about terp because I've never done terp. I immediately went into herbs. I never did the Parasite Cleanse with the terp, but back in the day they'd put terp on a sugar cube, and I don't have that protocol in my website, but I do have other protocols like Diatomaceous Earth Food Grade, the Paragard protocol, and you should add papaya leaf in with it because Paragard strips your system pretty good. It's kind of similar to an antibiotic. When you're doing it, you got to kind of rebuild your microbiome back up. So I didn't get Metal Flush. Oh, that's okay. We switched the kit in the summer. You can get Metal Flush by itself, but we also have the Gutty is in that one, the mucoid plaque cleanse. Can you do it with a slow lymphatic system? Yes. You want to move your lymphatic system. The 3 P's that we're striving for the open of your pathways are poop, pee, and pores. So if your lymphatic is slowing down, you should do a sauna or go and do like a really hot bath. Lay on a heating pad to open it up. You want to do some gua sha, especially gua sha. That's going to save your life while you're doing a parasite cleanse. A lot of people, when their lymphatic system is really slowed down because of the parasites in it, they actually end up doing gua sha behind the knee. That one seems to get clogged a lot, is behind the knee. How much is the whole kit? The kit is $100. When you're on my live, use Parafy10 as a discount code to get $10 off. We pay your shipping, so it's $100. It comes with 3 tinctures, the Parasite Cleanse, the Candida, and then the heavy metal with multiple other things. And then it also comes with your binder, which the binder you should take every day anyway, at night, unless you're constipated. But the binder helps pull out the die-offs. The Fulvic is an add-on, and the Gutty is an add-on now. I don't want to go off the live. I love your stuff. Oh, I'm excited tonight because we've got Melissa. Woohoo! Yes, it can help with Hashimoto's. For sure, your symptoms will decrease. You probably will still stay on the same medication. Maybe it could go down a little bit. You want to get your levels checked after your cleanse. But I still am on my thyroid medicine. Speaking of which, I didn't take it today. I'm still on my thyroid medicine, but I was able to decrease the milligrams of it, the mcg of it. And I feel better. Like today I missed it. And if I had missed it before I cleansed, I would be miserable. I don't have as much brain fog. So all of those things will start to decrease, and you're going to feel better because you're going to be getting the nutrients back in your system that they've been stealing. You're going to get back in all of the medicine. That's the thing, is that even when you take a pill, when you have parasites, candida, worms, bad bacteria, it's what's absorbing all of the good stuff that we're putting in our system, and it's just giving us shit at the end. So that's why I always say after you've cleansed, go back in and get your levels checked again, because your levels will change. Should I do a liver or kidney detox before a parasite tox? I'm going to say, because ours, the Parasite kit includes a heavy metal liver detox. You get all of that in the kit. So I would say start eating clean. Really, that's all you need to do. The kit is made so that you take just the kit when you're doing detoxing, and you're going to see the benefits. And I absolutely love the Metal Flush. It's so good. It's green because it has cilantro in it. So it's really good in water. Is the binder the cinnamon? Yes, the binder is cinnamon. It's Ceylon cinnamon, which helps with inflammation, and it's coconut activated charcoal. So if I've had EBV last summer and fatigue is triggered, I need mental detox for liver. Gwen, I think you just need the whole kit, to be honest with you. But yes, EBV, the main root of EBV is parasites. And if you don't follow Dr. Jess, you should go follow Dr. Jess. She's on here, and then she's over on Insta as well. But she talks about EBV and Lyme and parasites, and they're all related. It's all related because the parasites and worms hold down that heavy metal. What if someone comes out of my eye? Do I go to the ER or I do it myself? So it won't be that big. You'll just actually end up thinking that it is sleep in your eye. So most parasites and worms that come out of our skin, you think that they're rashes. You think that they're just they're just zits. That you've got mucus. Like you would never know exactly what was coming out of your system if you weren't hip to it. Like you have them coming out now if you have the parasites. Thanks for all the likes, but you would just pull it out yourself. You use it. Charcoal is really good. The charcoal is good. I like coconut activated charcoal. I feel like it's a lot softer on your system. How does this work with chronic constipation? Well, I mean, I was chronically constipated and now I go regularly. So it starts to kind of regulate your system. Most chronic constipation, IBS, Crohn's, all of those symptoms are issues from parasites. They swell up. They cause your colon to be swollen so you can't go poop. You definitely don't want to take a binder if you're detoxing with the Parafy kit and any anti-parasitic. If you're not pooping, you want to take that, try it for a day. If you still aren't pooping 2 days later, you definitely don't want to take a binder, and then you want to discontinue. Let that cycle out because you have killed them in some form of fashion. You've killed them. So you just want to make sure that you end up going poop and pee. So just feel your body out. I mean, that's a really big thing. Just feel out what you think is best for yourself. My son is having trouble getting rid of pinworms because absolutely, Cami, 100%. The usnea, which is an herb that's in the tincture, actually helps with, it's an antifungal, and that's all ringworm is. But you have to treat everything internally. And normally people that have ringworm, pinworms, the little ones that people think aren't that big of a deal are actually a really big deal. And they're kind of hibernating and they're living in the microbiome, which is what you're trying to clean out and basically do a wash with it. Oh, you're welcome. If I'm not saying your guys' name, I'm sorry. Let's see. Gwen Hawk, you're welcome. Hi, Tan. I'm in full healing crisis. I don't take binders. What do I need to take with charcoal besides probiotics? Nothing. I mean, I'm not sure. Angel, ask me again. I've always suspected that something is where worms, just by the way they looked, they do. That's the thing, is that now that we all kind of know, we're like, okay, wait. So when we thought that was a worm in our stool, it was a worm in your stool. Okay? It was a worm. It's always been a worm. It's the worm telling you it's not, so that you don't go in full kill force like what we're all in right now. They're smarter than us. They're smarter than us. They tell us what to do. It's fucking weird, man. Can you eat while you do a cleanse? Yes, Heather, you can eat while you do the cleanse. I have a list of foods on my website, rogershood.com. Also, if you just joined us, Parafy10 is your discount code, so you can get a discount on my lives. rogershood.com is where you can go and find the website and the food list. It's a guide, so don't go like super crazy. If you're like, I can't go without meat, just eat the meat, or if you can't go without watermelon because it's on there, which is silly, and I probably should take that off because I read other places that it's fine. But yeah, so you want to make sure that like you just do you while you're doing it. Okay. First time cleanse, is it safe? How do I start and what should I expect? It's safe. And you start with our kit, the Parasite kit, which is in the link in my bio. And use Parasite10 as your discount code. It is safe. You're going to feel like trash. If you're having chronic issues, a lot of times it feels just like you're having an inflammation day. Honestly, when I was going through some of my really bad die-offs, I couldn't have told the difference between die-offs, and I already felt like trash. So if that helps you kind of understand. Plus there's a list of things that you're gonna experience. What do you recommend for the first time? Cal, I recommend the Parasite kit because it's all in one. It comes with instructions. I mean, everything's in there. I'm a very thorough person, and our Rogers Hood team is very thorough. Hi, Erica. Is very, very thorough. So really, there isn't much that we've missed in the kit. And if we do miss anything, you message me, and I am all over it with you. I help every step of the way. This is very scary. I totally get it, you know? Like, I did my alone and it totally sucked, and I don't want to do that to other people. No, anything for, I don't. The real Chrissy G. When you say kit cleanse, is that Paragard? No, I have Parasite, which Parasite is my kit. And it's in the link in my bio, and it's an all-in-one. It comes with your Candida, your Parasites, your heavy metal detox liver cleanse, and a binder. It's all in one. Parasite10 is your discount code. So you can get it all. It comes with instructions. Some look like worms, but they have weird tentacles that look like our vein and our nervous system, I think. So your poop is not supposed to have funny looking things in it. I don't think a lot of people really know exactly what's supposed to come out of the poop, but that is not it. So either one, you're not chewing your food enough, which we all have a habit of eating really fast, right? If you're not chewing your food and making it liquid, then the next step is it goes down and the parasites get a hold of it, but then they shoot out what they don't want. So we're really looking at undigested food. We really are always looking at worms, parasites, and you can get rid of them though. That's the thing. And even if you don't have worms or you take the cleanse, it's still going to help with your gut health. All of it's going to help with your gut health. Paragard helped with my gut health. It just wasn't enough to get to the next level for me when we found out how contaminated our water was. It's possible. Those ginger are called something else, but they are similar to the parasite family. Fibers look wormy. They do. Like celery, like celery has that thin worm in it. But it's not like worms. It just has what looks like a thin worm. Who's the hair loss lady on TikTok? Melissa. She'll be on here in 40 minutes. Melissa, MABrowandHair. She's awesome. Hey, Kim, I purchased 2 heavy metal bottles. I still have Parasite left over. I can't wait to do it. Yay, Becky's husband. I saw that, Becky husband. I totally saw that you did that. Thank you for the purchase. I did. I saw. I was like, oh, and you even put your name that. It was super cute. Does the cleanse help? Oh my God, Cal, I've lost over 50 pounds since I've started cleansing. Like, I was already on a weight loss journey because I was starting to regain my health back after getting off of all my big pharma. So I already was there, but like this just took it over the edge. And now like I have a harder time putting any weight on, and I'm in like that lull. So it'll probably start to go away again. Like it goes in phases when I do my cleanses. But oh man, once you get rid of the worms, your body gets the nutrients it needs, which means it's not starving itself. It's not looking for its next possible nutrient. So if they're taking 90% of our nutrients and leaving us with 10%, think about 10%. That's not very much. Yeah, lowercase. Oh, thanks, Tan. What does the kit cover? It covers all of your gut health, all of it. It's such a good kit. Becky husband, Becky lost 15 pounds. Congrats, girl, congrats. The website is rogershood.com. Rogershood.com. Terrible sugar cravings is Candida and Parasites, which Candida is a parasite, but Candida. Sugar is Candida's best friend. They're like this. And once you get rid of the Candida, you'll know when it comes back. I take oil of oregano, Mediterranean, through Herbal Roots. If you go up into my profile, you'll see where all of the stuff I talk about is. I have a website all for this. But yeah, it's pretty awesome when you start to get rid of it. Today, I was kind of craving a little bit of sugar. And I think it's just because I didn't have my tea this morning. And Jeremy's like, I don't want any sugar. I'm all, whoa, hold that. You don't want any sugar? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, the Candida's got me. You're 80 pounds overweight. I mean, we all could stand to lose a little bit of weight because of the worms. Like, unless you got a tapeworm, man. If you got a tapeworm, you still could be not losing weight and you could still be not gaining weight. I mean, worms are weird. Parasites are weird. Bloated tummy after eating, a classic sign of having parasites. This little bird wants to come hang out real bad. I don't have any bird seed. Okay. Pounds, parasites related. Yeah, it totally is related when you're trying to lose weight and you can't. Normally it's gut issues. And normally gut issues start from parasites. If you've never dewormed, it means you still have worms. Sorry. With chronic, yes. Chronic yeast is a sign of parasites, 100%. Candida for sure, because it's an overgrowth of yeast. So the Parasite kit will help with that. It's 30 days. Use Parasite 10 as your discount code. I used to get chronic yeast infections all the time. I used to get bacterial vaginosis just from washing my hair. Like letting the shampoo go down. And then I stopped letting that happen. And I would flip my hair and I'd wash my hair a different way. And now I don't have a problem. Okay. Becky, you sit in milk. Let's see. Go sit in your milk. I want to know what happens. I know. I'm trying to figure out. I know I've had a bunch of people send me messages for their tapeworms. I gotta go back in my Insta and look. You're not supposed to drink alcohol on the cleanse, but as long as you're not abusing it, like a couple of drinks while on the cleanse is not gonna stop it. It's not like the pharmaceuticals that we've all thought of, like you're not supposed to drink on, when you're on an antibiotic. It's not like that. All you're doing is feeding the parasites and worms. That's all you're doing. So you're going to make them a little stronger. So the more you can stick to the guide, the better. But if you go off of it, it's not going to like have a reaction. Like we've all been trained, we've all been brainwashed to think that you got to have exactly this way and it's got to be exactly this way. That's not the way herbs work, and that's really not the way a parasite cleanse works. You got to do your best, but if you foul up a little bit, just move on and keep going. Hi, wait, what worms? Oh yeah, girl, we all have worms, Amy. We all have worms, man. We do. Well, 85 to 90% of us. And if you've never dewormed, you've got worms. Like, they lay dormant in our system. They hide in the microbiomes. So they actually are like in hibernation like a bear. And then once you start to take the herbs to get rid of them, or the prescription to get rid of them, that brings them out. It draws them out. And then you got to layerly kill them. Oh yeah, we all have worms. You should check your water, because that's where most of us get our worms. Walking outside barefoot, you get worms, hookworms, especially if you use contaminated water and you water your grass and you go outside and we walk in it, you're going to get some hookers. If I missed your question, ask it again. I took out my tapeworm and he said hello. Oh, Billy. What kind of joint issues can parasites cause? So when they're flopping around in your joints, that's what they're doing. They're causing the pain. So you've got fluid in your joints that wrap around all of your joints. And when they're living, because they live in all of our fluids, they're like pressing on things and they're moving. So arthritic pain. So I used to have really bad knee pain, and especially during cleansing, I would get a lot of knee pain. I don't have any of that pain anymore. Like now my pain is from sitting because I sit more than I should. I also like twisted my back. That's the type of pain I have now. It's not the same type of pain that I used to have, where I would be like, damn, I'm getting old type of pain. It's not like that anymore. It's so weird. The cleanse is 30 days. It's 30 days. But if you have to stop and start again, it's okay. It's okay. So I've eaten healthy, except I eat mostly fruit. Do you wash your fruit 100% every time? And do you know what the people that you ate their fruit washed theirs? And I think it's a misconception that vegetarians, vegans, that they're not going to get parasites. In fact, I've heard that they get more parasites because that's all they eat is fruit and vegetables that maybe were not washed properly. You should wash your vegetables and your fruit and vegetables in white, distilled white vinegar with some lime. I have a video. And Himalayan salt, and you should let it soak. That gets rid of the pesticides, and the acidity makes any sort of creatures in there kind of come out. So I think that we kind of have a misconception that just from what we eat, but it's not. If you're showering in contaminated water, your dishwasher with contaminated water, your wash machine, going outside when you're walking barefoot, which I love grounding, but now I am going to have a little area that I put diatomaceous earth, just a little area to keep grounding, but I'm going to have an area in which I know that the worms are not coming up, you know. If you go in the lake, do you go in a lake? Do you go in a river? Those are all ways that us as humans, our ancestors, I mean, this is a foreign concept to all of us because we've been indoctrinated, but it's not a foreign concept to Native Americans and our ancestors, right? Because they knew what to do with the Oregon grapefruit, that herb. They knew that they should be eating that, and that would cleanse their system. So they just tried to pass it along to us, but just didn't happen. Okay. Can you drink the milk after? That's so gross, user 45. But that's what Jeremy said too. He's like, what should we do with it after? I'm like, that's really gross. Somebody said dip an Oreo in it. One person said milkshakes. I'm all, milkshakes, bring all the boys to the yard. With the tapeworms. It's so gross. It's so gross. I'm almost done with my Parasite tincture. I started the kit 3 days before the full moon. How are you doing, Coach? How are you doing? Did you notice anything different? So what one do you suggest? I suggest Allie's back. You should go to my website, rogershood.com. Use Parasite10 as your discount code. So joint works show up on x-rays and MRIs. Having a lot of stomach rumbling, could this be a parasite? It could be. Would they cause a fluid on joints? They could, because they don't know, like, your body isn't working properly. Like, this vessel is not working properly when they're in your joints. So it could cause fluid because your body isn't able to drain because it's really not functioning at the level it should be functioning at. So anytime I eat, I get swollen. So what would one suggest I take? I suggest you start a kit, Parafy, up in the profile. Doing your kit. I don't crave sugar anymore. I'm feeling so much better. Hi, Storm Warrior. How are you? That's awesome. I love hearing that. I love it. I love it. It's a great kit, man. It's such a good kit. It really is. I'm very proud of it. I think that we've chosen really good herbs. We've had multiple doctors say that the herbs that we chose are like spot on, and that some of the herbs we put in, like hawthorn berry for tapeworms, because that isn't something, unless you're researching directly on the worms and how to get rid of tapeworm, hawthorn is how you get rid of them on a natural way. they didn't know that. Like, and people don't use usnea like we use it because we live here. People don't use lungwort. Again, we use it because we live here. You know, like, these are not herbs that you're normally going to see out in the wild of the real world. They're here because this is where we live. So it's awesome that we get to add that extra oomph in. That usnea, man, and sugar cravings gone. And no one really understands that raw unpasteurized honey is a candida killer. Everyone just associates the honey with causing candida. Not correct. I'm glad you're doing better. How often do you recommend doing a cleanse? Okay, so I get this question a lot. I cleanse every month. This is kind of how my schedule goes. So July through March, I cleansed every single month. I rotated herbs and prescriptions, and it was because I had Cryptosporidium parvium. Jeremy had D. fragilis, giardia, and roundworm. Like, we were really impacted by the water that we have on our property because our community does not check for worms. Actually, no community checks for worms. Anyway, no water community. So we had to do a bunch of prescriptions as well. With that said, I cleansed every single month. Then in about January is when I realized that why we were fully impacted with it. And so January, February, March, I cleansed every single day. And then in April, I took a break, and then I did 5 days in April over the full moon. And then I just did 2 weeks. I planned 30 days, but I did not need to go 30 days. Oh, Melissa's so cool. She goes, I just want to sit and listen to you. Well, you can hop on whenever you want, okay? You just tell me and I'll invite you on over. So I personally feel like it is kind of a personal thing, and I don't mean to evade the question, but maybe you only feel like doing it for 2 weeks in a month, and that's okay. And I'm always happy to give anyone the recipes and help them whatever they can. Because I know it's expensive. I do. Okay, I've been struggling with yeast infections. Yes, 100%. The main root cause of a yeast infection is parasites, Candida. So doing a cleanse, that whole yeast infection situation is going to start to clear up. Now, again, we've been kind of indoctrinated thinking that it's going to be a one and done. This is a lifestyle change, but honestly, you don't even really need to tailor your lifestyle that much. The Parasite Cleanse is going to help tailor it for you. Again, Jeremy is a sugar fiend. Not anymore. I wanted cookies today, and he was like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, you go live, Melissa, and then I invite you over. Okay, so he ends up like telling me he doesn't want the sugars. So, and he doesn't follow this at all. He just takes the Parafy Sustain 3 times a day. So really it's just putting forth the effort of remembering to take it 3 times a day. How often do you cleanse? I answered that one. My kit came in the mail today. Yay, you guys. We are 7 to 10 business days. And most people think 7 to 10 days, but we're 7 to 10 business days from the time you purchase your kit to the time that you receive it. TikTok's a force. So, and we're a very small company. So we appreciate your patience so very much. And you can always email me. It's 111. You can always email me, and I will let you know where you're at and how's it going. So, okay, so I'm excited and nervous. Tell me about gutty. Do I mix? The information is on the packaging, but you're just going to get a lime and alkaline water, and you're going to do like 2 to 2.5 cups of water. It's not like if you dilute it, it's going to go bad. You can add 3 cups if you need to. It is really tough. The chia seeds swell up. So all you need to do is try and shoot it as fast as you can. Okay, I don't see her on here yet. Okay, cool. So you just try and get it done. If you can even get half of it done, if you can drink half of it, cool. If one day you miss because it's hard to get down, and you start and you do it the next day, that's cool. And then if you're feeling good after you do the gutty, you can start Parafy. The instructions say to wait 4 days, and that's just because if this is the first time you've ever done any sort of cleanse, gutty can really push because it's making you try and poop. So we don't want you to be tired and not feeling very good when you go to start the Parafy. Please say the website and discount slowly. Oh, yeah. It's rogershood.com and it's Parafy, Parafy 10. We're going to bring on Melissa. Melissa. Hey!
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Keep going. I don't want to
Okay.
interrupt what you were saying. Which, P.S., I never thought of that with the diatomaceous earth when grounding.
Yes. Yeah. So you
Because
can
I was thinking about that today. It was like how
Mhm.
I'm going to go out and stand in the grass and get a hookworm.
Yeah. Oh, and you just gotta treat the area. It's so funny because not a lot of people actually know that you can treat your grass with
No.
DED. And you should use food grade just because, if you're gonna walk in and go inside, the food grade is capable. I get so excited. Sorry. I'm so excited you're on here. Okay, so you can use borax and you can also do the diatomaceous earth for food grade as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Have you done with one or the other?
yeah, I did diatomaceous earth outside where I sit and meditate because that's where I got hooker worm.
Damn hookers.
It was like the first time I've ever really
You're,
grounded and I
you're only
fucking got
supposed to pick
hookworm.
those up in Vegas.
Dead, man. They're so ugly too, and the ones in Vegas too. Because they got like fangs, man, and you can feel when they
No.
latch on. Oh,
Ew, you can?
yeah. What?
You can?
What?
You can feel them?
Yes.
Caca.
Yeah. And when
Oh
you're
my gosh, that would traumatize me.
I was very traumatized.
I feel like I'd be like, what is this weird itch? Like it's painful on my foot. Little do
Mm-hmm.
you know.
It was the worst part is when you're killing them off.
Oh.
So people that have the hookers, it's very uncomfortable. Yeah. And that is
Again.
why we have added willow bark into the metal flush because it's
Oh,
a
okay.
pain reliever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That one's
Okay.
heading your way, girl. I'm excited for you to try it.
All right. I ran out of my other one. I started either the Thursday or Friday before the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
We had a stomach flu that went through our house with a vengeance. I've not been that sick since I was like 13. And maybe like 3 or 4 days after, when I felt like I could eat stuff again, I had 2 eggs. That was the first thing I ate that day. And the rest of the day, I looked like I was like 6 months pregnant. And that was maybe on like Monday or Tuesday before that Friday
Mm-hmm.
with the moon. And so it was like, oh, I'm doing the rest of this kit. And then I fell back on my usual go-to that I have at the house if I don't have your kit. So I'm excited to get the
Yes.
new one.
Well, we were gonna send everyone Gutty, and then we got so slammed. Man, TikTok's a force,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were like, all right, we'll just wait and send all of our affiliates Metal Flush because it's so good. It's so good. And it's good for,
Yeah.
with the virus. So it'll help calm any of the symptoms because the lungwort in it helps with respiratory issues. The purpose of it is to dry up all that mucus.
Oh, okay.
Because
All right.
we're getting rid of mucus as you're cleansing. It's just, I don't know. It's so exciting to me, but I feel bad for people because it freaks them out.
Right?
Yeah.
Which it's funny in the beginning when you do your first one and it's like, oh, I don't want to see stuff come out. And now it's almost like,
Oh my God, totally.
oh, there was nothing that time. Maybe next time.
Like it's very anticlimactic, right? Like I've peed things out twice. I've sat down and then I've had stuff swim out and I'm like, oh, it's just pee.
Dang it. have you have you ever been like, Jeremy? Jeremy, get it? Oh, never mind. Also lie.
Well, we live in a travel trailer, right? So like
So really you could have been like, Jeremy.
truth. Jeremy,
Oh,
it's like
Jeremy.
right there.
Poke your head in here real quick.
It's definitely glad that we've dewormed out of our house. Like we did not bring that weird, some of the shit that we see. Now we made a pact, me and him. He's never looked at any of mine and I've never looked at any of his because I look at it all day, right? People send me their worms all day. So,
which I've thought about that too. It's like, man, would I ever? Well, I showed you the one that came out of my nose, but that was a booger. I mean, that's no big deal.
I've seen people go into the bathroom, like they'll hold their phone.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Kim, are you serious?
Oh, I'm totally serious. Full on. Jeremy doesn't even look over anymore when I'm on my phone.
He knows better.
He does. Like, I don't mind it at all. But Jeremy.
Jeremy's like, I don't want none of this.
That's right.
Do you see them move? All of mine were dead.
Mine were not.
Did you ever? Oh, look at you with your fancy worms.
I have it on video. Well, I mean, I have like 3 on video. One that came out of my feet moving. Remember that one?
When I've done soaks, like the water will spin. Yeah.
And then I've had them come out of my pee moving.
Really?
My pee was the biggest issue, which I also had endometriosis, and they're very much linked together in ways. So, yeah, I mean, I was suspecting that I had more bladder issues and more reproductive and more kidney issues. That's because that's where mine were living. I had shush. I had like 5 different fucking parasites and worms. I mean, let's be fancy.
Right? Trying to one up everyone. What? We're talking about parasites? I don't know if these are your comments or if they're mine. They're probably yours.
What is it on? You're on your live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They might be yours.
So they're probably mine. So whenever I go live, I end up talking about Kim. And so we decided to do a live together. But we just jumped right on into it. We're just talking straight. Oh, there are my comments. Thank you, Care Bear, for helping Grandma learn how to use the VCR here. I don't know what I'm doing half the time with this.
Yeah, those are your comments, and then I have my comments.
Okay. All right. So I usually end up talking about Kim in my lives because some forms of hair loss, doctors, if it's a good doctor, will prescribe medication that's anti-parasitic. And so I refer clients to Kim or to doing a parasite cleanse. And so we're talking about doing parasite cleanses.
Yep.
A lot of times even gut issues, when people, chronic anemia, there's lots of different ailments that lead to hair loss that can be traced back to a parasite issue or a Candida issue.
You taught me all about the Candida. It was you that taught me the most about Candida, Melissa.
It's awful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It can, I feel like I'm still trying to work. Like I work on it every single day and it's not completely cleared up. It's a nightmare to get rid of. I feel bad for people that deal with like H. pylori and like a really strong pathogen overgrowth.
Mm-hmm. And it feels like it's never ending that they have to cleanse, but it does end at some point. Like
it definitely gets better.
It does. And it'll eventually go into remission. eventually. It's just,
Yeah,
you gotta just, it's just continuously doing it, continuously. 17, 8.
right.
We did get to May 23rd. I think we did today. If you didn't get an email, then it's possible it's going to be Thursday or Friday. We're finishing up some shipping today. Today was today, and
Oh,
then Thursday too. Sorry, keep going.
no, you're good. Crystal on mine mentioned that she's very bloated. This is, yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
another symptom of some kind of pathogen overgrowth. It could
Mm-hmm.
be Candida, it could be a bad bacteria, it could be a parasite. Literally everyone would benefit from doing a parasite cleanse.
Well, and I think because the people hear the word parasite, that they just think that's what it's for, but it's actually like an entire reset of your internal organs. Wormwood, black walnut hull, clove, like your entire reset of your gut to give you an idea. And if you pass some parasites or worms, I mean, that's a bonus, right? Then you know that that is your main cause that you're going to work on.
Yeah.
But it's
So Kim has a parasite cleanse that she created. So Kim was on my For You page last like June or July. It was like, oh, these are cool videos. And then you posted one about, I don't remember what you had something about your, I don't remember if it was
thyroid.
about your thyroid. And then that made me, but I started my cleanse on August 28th. And I was on day 3 and saw that video and commented and was like, my thyroid feels like it's moving.
I remember that.
Yes. And I would fall asleep that night. Like as I was commenting, I would fall asleep and wake up and be like it was itchy on the inside of my throat. And so I commented, and that's how all of this got started. But then when you look into specific types of hair loss, doctors will either do hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin, which are anti-malarial drugs, but they're anti-parasitic. And so for me, it was kind of like puzzle pieces fitting together, like, okay, we'll just do a parasite cleanse then. And it's amazing how even after that my first one, I went from August 28th until Labor Day weekend. And by like day 10, it was like, I feel fabulous. I feel so good right now. And now I can't, I do them all the time.
I didn't
I
know this,
absolutely love them.
Melissa. I didn't know
Oh,
this.
yeah.
That is so cool. I thought you had always done them.
No, no, it was from your videos. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my hair grew
So,
back.
yeah.
Do you see?
I know. I love that.
It's like coming back, man.
Isn't it crazy how you end up with just like random sections of mine's pretty grown out now, but I had a good old piece in the front, and I'll get these little teeny baby ones that grow in all the time, or I'll have like this little fluff here.
Mine are coming in gray though. I mean, that's okay. At least it's not fully lost, but I'm graying. I've grayed a lot in the last year from the stress on my body, but that's okay. I'm going to take it, I didn't know that. So I remember posting the thyroid video. In case you guys don't know, endocrinology and neurology were my specialties when I worked in the field. And I specifically tell people only take Synthroid if you're taking levothyroxine. You should only do brand name only for your thyroid medication. Always, because it's the number one thing that actually needs to be full of medication versus sodium, which is what they mix most thyroid medicines with. Now, people that have thyroid issues usually do have some sort of a parasitic issue because they go all the way through our lymphatic system. And if you think about it, you're taking if you're taking 100 mcg of Synthroid, you're really only taking 10 mcg because they're taking 90% of the medication.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing with like iron, where people are constantly supplementing iron, but their ferritin never goes up.
Right. It's because it's 90% of our nutrients, including the amount of pills that we're taking, only go into your system when they're taking the other percentage of it. So
right.
Yeah. And so I got to go down. I remember talking with you about that. I got to go down in my MCGs on my Synthroid because of my parasite cleanses, and my hair stopped. I stopped losing my hair from that specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I stopped my first cleanse just before Labor Day weekend, like that Friday. And
Mm-hmm.
then the end of September, we had our physicals for our insurance. And so when I went into my doctor, it was like, hear me out. Hear me out. This is what I've been doing. And he was like, good for you. Keep going.
Oh, that's
Now
so
let's see what
awesome.
you're. Oh, he's amazing. But then it was like, let's see what your thyroid's doing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally into it. Okay, I feel like I could talk to you forever, but I'm sure you have questions and I have questions.
Oh, you can go ahead and ask yours. I'll keep looking through mine.
Okay. What kind of doctor do I see for a Candida diagnosis? So honestly, the best type of doctor I think is a naturopath, because a lot of times any good general practitioner, endocrinologist, even gastro doctors, I think a lot of times they'll be like, you're fine.
Right.
That's not really that big of an issue. So there's a test that you can do at home where if you take a clear glass of water, like I have one right here. Oh, if you take like a clear glass of water, fill that up with water, take it with you to bed, and then tomorrow morning before you go to the bathroom, before you brush teeth, anything, wake up and spit into the glass. And then if there's a Candida issue, your spit will start to sink towards the bottom. When I had my tonsils out, the first time I spit into the glass to see how bad my Candida was, it shot through the water like a rocket. I was on clindamycin.
Oh.
And so almost instantly it was like, oh, I bet I have a Candida overgrowth. so when I spit into the glass of water, it was like, oh my gosh.
It was like a bullet.
That's
It like
bad.
tried to get out.
It was. It was. Yes. It dang near broke the glass. So you can do a test like that at home. If your saliva starts to grow tentacles, if it floats in the middle of the glass, or if it sinks in the bottom like that, you have an issue with Candida.
Tentacles. That's a good one to say. Tentacles. I should do a video on that, but I don't have Candida, so it's not that exciting. You know.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
I'm glad. Okay, so the discount code is Parafy10. Parafy10 is your discount code on mine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. If you want to do a good parasite cleanse, go
Mm-hmm.
follow Kim. Kim has one, and it gives you instructions, everything. It's amazing. And she has a code, Parafy10.
Yep, Parafy10, and it's 3 tinctures and the binder. So we tried to keep it inexpensive. We really tried to keep it so that people could actually cleanse. You know, it's $100,
Right.
and then you use the discount code, which pays for your shipping, pretty much.
Which you did a video the other day of doctors.
Yeah.
That are like, yeah, do it.
Dr.
That's awesome.
Dr. Jess that's on here. Have you seen her? Okay, so I fangirl when I talk to Dr. Jess. Like me and her talk offline too, and like I get all like anyway, I fangirl.
Let me look her up on my phone.
She's awesome. So she's got like 256,000 followers over on Insta, and she's blue check marked. We're friends. and she she loves it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna see what other doctors love it. Yes, it's gluten.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. She's friends with
Oh,
Lindsay.
I'm gonna follow.
You know Lindsay?
No, is it that one?
Yeah, but she's on Insta too.
Oh, okay.
You know Lindsay, who you talk with about your hair stuff, and she did that. She's an old pharmacist. Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, they're friends. I was like, ooh, they're friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love all those
All right.
people over on Insta. It's fun because it makes me feel not as crazy over here on Ticker Talker. They kind of make you feel a little nutso, like that we don't have parasites or worms or Candida.
Well, I mean, really, because I'll hear that a lot where, like, when you have specific issues with frontal fibrosing alopecia or lichen planopilaris, those are the two big ones that they'll do the anti-malarial drugs for.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a few people that have gone to their doctor that are like, okay, well, what about it being a parasite issue? And their doctor's like, no, we don't have that issue here. But it's like, well, I mean, you got two puzzle pieces that are going to fit together perfectly. Let's just put them together.
Yep.
If you're going to see a difference with that medication, then why wouldn't you have a parasite issue? So yeah, it's really interesting how some people are really receptive to it and some people are very hesitant, like there's not an issue
It's so crazy.
with that here.
Just don't want to do like 30 days. You know, a lot of people go, oh, it's money, but it really like it's really not that. It's really not just that. Like I just think that they're afraid to dip their toe out of the pool and into something else and be like, oh, maybe you should try a parasite cleanse. You know, like functional medicine doctors and natural doctors and holistic, those are they really do push doing a parasite cleanse prior to you even really doing anything above and beyond. That's what they should be doing because it really is the root of a lot of problems. I never in a million years would have thought this was the root of my problem, and here I am.
Yeah.
You know, like here I am, and come to find out they don't test our water properly. I mean, that's really a big thing. You know, that's really kind of a big thing that, and it's not just where I live, it's like everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
People
For
back in
sure.
the day did parasite cleanses with castor oil. A lot of people, old people told me they did. They used terp, which I can't say the whole thing. They used Ivor. They used, I mean, these are things that have been in place. But if you think about it, just like some of our ancestors, we lost in translation some of their words. These are what got lost in the process of everything as well, is doing parasite cleanses. But we're not, the thing is it's just Western medicine in our country at this point in Canada. Because the Amish, that's where I got the milk thing from. I'm really excited for someone to sit in milk. Do you know about this, Melissa?
Yes. Birthing your own tapeworm. Just I liked the my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I like that.
I'll send whoever sends me the first video of them birthing a tapeworm. Kits on me. Kits on me.
You hook mama up, I'll hook you up.
It's great content. I'll even post it. Just try and not get like any of your parts in there so that I can post it, because I won't post it if it's X-rated.
Zoom in so there's less to blur.
Well, so like 2 months ago, I was talking with someone that was from Guatemala, and they sit in it. That's where I got the like after I searched it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I read a whole bunch of Amish stuff, because those people, you know, those people really have a clue of what they're doing, because they don't go into our medicine world at all. Like they are on their own.
Yeah.
In their own land. And someone had said to this gal that was talking about it, she said, well, you guys have your own dog or your own cows and you grow your own food. And she goes, yeah, but everything gets worms. And I'm all, yeah, snap, grandma, let's go.
Reach. That's awesome. Well, there was a seminar I saw just a little while ago. It was in California, and there were doctors talking about issues with ferritin and iron anemia, and it was doctors teaching other doctors that one of the main signs of having a parasite issue is you cannot get your iron to go back up, or your ferritin.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, okay, this is good. We're coming around.
We're coming around. Did you notice? I don't watch TV, but
I don't either.
Last month we went to Ocean Shore, so we had the normal TV on, and they're like, the side effects: do not take this if you have a parasitic infection. Like every
I've heard that before.
Single one. Yeah.
It was like TV was on in the background. Tyler and I were getting dressed, and it was like, did you just hear that?
I'm talking like like 3 or 4 times an hour where like every commercial was a drug pushing commercial.
Oh yeah, especially if you hit it like when The Price is Right is on. All those commercials are. Yeah.
So, I'm obsessed with Mary Ruth's, right?
I mean, how can you not be?
Have you seen your sales go up?
Stop using my name. Sorry, Big Daddy.
Is that what he said?
Next. Old Donnie.
Oh, speaking of Donnie, I watched Donnie Wahlberg, his wife Jen McCarthy. Yes, she's been showing on lives. She's been showing their concerts.
Oh, that takes me back.
Yeah, it was good.
Dancing in the living room.
So are you at home? Is that where you're at?
No, I'm at the salon.
You're at the salon?
Yes. I worked tonight and then it was like, oh, I'll be done in time to go live with you.
You have a really cute apron. Sorry, there's like a bug that keeps coming.
It's everyone thinks it's overalls all the time.
It's an apron, huh? It's super cute. Who made it?
Like, oh, I love your. No, I got off of Amazon. Yeah. People will be like, oh, I love your apron. April. Or I love your overalls, and especially if I have shorts on. It's like, no, it's just an apron.
Oh, my old student Roxanne. So she was one of my students back in the day, and she wrote, "Hi, lady. I haven't seen posts lately. It's good to see you." Hi. Yeah, it's been a while. So she knew me back when I was her professor. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Crazy when the real world, just a few people in my old real world clash with this world. Just a few. There's maybe like 5.
Yeah. I had a girl from beauty school that commented on a video one time and was like, did you go to the Jordan Tech Center? And it was like, yes. That's weird. I look the same. Oh, thank you.
Because like my handle, I think that's what's keeping it at bay before I go like crazy, right? Because I had a lot of students, probably over 1,000. I probably was a professor over 1,000 students.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
25 medical colleges. So it was like people knew who I was because I wrote like their curriculum and stuff in the colleges. Right. And then I worked with publishing companies. So I'm really shocked. I think I've kept it as at bay as I can, right? I went into my hermit phase for like 4 years.
She's coming out from under that rock.
Coming out with a bang. Okay. Oh, what's a good probiotic? I'll tell you what's a good probiotic. There's 3 that I love. Mary Ruth's, and you use MA20 for your discount code. It's Melissa. Hey, girl. See it right there?
Hey.
Because it goes, when you open it, it goes in a fridge, which keeps it as live and active as possible. And most of us have them, but honestly, that's the best one I've ever had for purchasing. And it tastes like nothing. It's super
water.
It tastes like, yeah, you just drop it in just like that and you go. I do that in the mornings and at night, especially when I'm cleansing, because you're really stripping your gut. It's really tough on your gut. And then sauerkraut. Not everyone likes sauerkraut. I can eat sauerkraut raw. I'm a sauerkraut freak. I've been that way. I've hated sauerkraut my whole life. I cleansed. Now I love sauerkraut. Yeah. There's a whole rabbit hole of why our food changes, and it's because they're in our mouth.
Yeah.
And they keep us from wanting to eat that food, right? They are keeping us from wanting to eat the food that kills them off. So of course it tastes terrible. And then kefir, it's like $2.99 at the Walmart. I get my sauerkraut at the Walmart. So there's quite a few things that you can do, but that probiotic is the best. Anytime you get a refrigerated probiotic, it's the best. But Mary Ruth's is the best.
Oh, I love it. Okay, someone asked how you get a consultation. So if you go to the link on my TikTok or on my Instagram, there's a button you can click on that says book a one-on-one appointment with me. And you can book it on there. And then Sherry asked a question. Let me see if I can scroll up and see what your question is.
No, you just, I don't split my dosages in half. I do one in the morning and one at night when I'm cleansing.
And sorry, keep going, Kim.
Okay. RogersHood.com is my website, and Parafy10 is the discount code. How do you order? That's how you order. You just go to Rogers Hood. And if you look at the profile in people's accounts, you'll see normally they've got like arrows, or they say, this is I have a website. Melissa's on the website as well.
Mary Ruth.
Just placed my order for the 3-feature cleanse, even though I'm not really sure how to do it. It's okay, Lisa. It has instructions. And I'm here. You have questions on your
Yeah. Yes. This is hard.
It is.
Because I don't want to cut into you.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. I'm just going to type.
You get like 200 or 300 people at a time. How many people do you have right now?
Only 70.
Okay.
But I think if I was answering everyone's questions, it would go up. How often do you need to cleanse? So really it just depends on like what your diet is. Do you have pets? Do you walk around outside with bare feet a lot? How well do you wash your fruits and vegetables? Do you eat undercooked meat? Things like that. I do one like every 3 months. And I can tell when I'm getting close to needing to do another one. Like I said, after having the stomach flu, it was like, oh my gosh, I got to do one.
I can 100% tell. Like, even though I'd only done 5 days in April, and then I waited until May 13th. So I waited a month, and I was like, oh my God, I'm eating like crap. I'm eating at night. Like, I could totally tell that it was like sneaking back up on me. I needed a good reset.
Yes.
No one has done the milk bath yet. No one. I am so excited. I want someone to do it so bad.
No one's brave enough to. When you walk outside with bare feet, there's parasites in dirt. Was it you that did the video about scrubbing under fingernails?
I did a duet with it where the guy like scrubbed underneath.
Yes. So if I'm out, I used to never wear gloves when I would garden. Now I wear gloves. Like I'm messing around down in Vegas and need to put a raincoat on. Because if I get something under my nails and then later on, like I didn't wash my hands good enough, and it's like,
Well, not just that. I mean, we're going to go in detail with that one for a second here. Not just that. When you wipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you have a pinworm issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's like kids that have pinworm issues, and then they're touching and scratching and then touching other things. And
yeah, because they are. That's how, they fertilize themselves. You're scratching, right, and then you go like this, and then when the eggs go in, that's how they decide to then where they're going to plop themselves down.
These poor people saw me live and are like, sweet, we're going to talk about hair loss. Psych. So, let's see. Sandra 53151 wants to know if it's okay to order Mary Ruth's from Amazon. Yes, that's actually Mary Ruth's that's selling on Amazon.
And Melissa has a code for Amazon that I use all the time. Go in her profile.
I use it myself.
Oh my God.
It's MRO Melissa 20. Can kids do the cleanse? Yes, they can.
So ages 3 and up can do the cleanse. We recommend 3 just because they understand that they, that like what they're possibly drinking. You want to put in orange juice because it has, a little bit of taste to it. But ages 3 and up can do it. And we recommend everyone in the house doing it. So here's my breakdown of when you have a family, how you can cleanse all of yourselves for a lower rate. So each adult needs a kit. It's just standard. Each adult over the age of 12 really needs their own kit. Even if if you have a 10-year-old, really should do their own kit. But anyway, and then you buy extra Parasite tinctures, and then you're gonna just give
Oh, yes.
you're just gonna give the Sustain and the Metal Flush once a day to your child. So the Parasite is the most important. That one is taken 3 times a day from ages 3 and up. But the other ones, so that you're financially not strapped because it's $100 a kid. I get that. You can just order an extra Parasite tincture and then you give them that just like normal, and then you share the rest of them.
Yeah. Which even my youngest, because she won't even drink, or there's like 12 things that she'll consume. And so I'll even put it on the bottom of her feet and put socks on her.
Yeah, because our skin is our biggest organ.
Mm-hmm.
Has your kids done the fulvic soaks?
No, which I need to do that.
Yeah, let me know how it goes. I want to know how everything always goes.
How much their water's swirling afterwards.
Oh my God, it's crazy. And now, I have instructions on how to do a bath.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, the bugs are getting out insane. I might have to go inside in a minute.
They're loving you. Someone said, can mucus in the stool be a Candida overgrowth?
Mucus?
Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah. And it's almost like it has a different odor too.
It does. It smells very yeasty.
Yeah, it's weird. Another symptom of a Candida overgrowth is bad breath, like chronic
Bad breath.
breath.
And
Mm-hmm.
things in your mouth, like what you would think is like a chunky, like thrush. Have you ever had thrush?
No, thank goodness.
So I started to get it, and then that's when I ended up using my Sustain 3 times a day. And I'm like, oh shit, that's getting rid of the thrush. But I think about it like your gut health is your tongue. 100% is your tongue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So lately I've been working on my cortisol levels, and I had like blood work done, and my doctor was like, no, they're improving, things are getting better. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm starting to feel better, but I still have a crack in the middle of my tongue. So it's still an issue. What's that?
Is your tongue do you have a crack now?
Mm-hmm. It's not as big.
It's going down.
Yeah.
I gotta get away from these flies. Hold on. I'm gonna walk.
Do it.
We got new gutters today.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is. It's so exciting. Here, I'll flip and show you. They're super pretty. And then I'll go inside. Okay, flip the camera. You can't really tell because they're right there.
Oh no, that's nice.
And then they've got like the.
Oh, yep. Oh, it's looking good.
So good. So
That's
good.
awesome.
So good.
You're cruising now.
We are. We've got 6 weeks, and then the countertops will be here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and then August, and we're doing drywallers. We hate drywalling.
Does anybody like doing drywall?
Oh, the drywallers. They can do it all day. We're like, they'll get it done in like a week. It'll take me and Jeremy like a month.
It's impressive. Okay, someone asked, so what do you use the Mary Ruth's line for a cleanse? No, so I recommend Mary Ruth's for hair loss and regrowing your hair.
Mine regrows.
Why is my testosterone extremely high? Okay, Cheryl, that's what your question was. Have you ever been diagnosed with insulin resistance? What do you recommend for adrenals? Adaptogenic herbs are really beneficial for adrenals. Cheryl, so no. Do you have symptoms of insulin resistance? I would bet money that it's insulin resistance, or you're headed in that direction. The only reason why people have extremely high testosterone these days is insulin resistance issues, or it can happen when people are on certain birth controls. When you have insulin resistance, you have a stagnant amount of insulin in your body, and it's converted into androgens, which are male sex hormones. Most commonly recognized hormone is testosterone. Is there something that you recommend for PCOS? My niece just got diagnosed with that. Yes. I have a video on PCOS. It's in my pinned videos. It's a whole process. For the time being, a good multivitamin, these are the multivitamins, that's the nighttime pineapple. Pumpkin seed oil will help for the time being. A good probiotic. Working on insulin resistance. PCOS is a fancy term for insulin resistance. Working on your liver function through dietary changes, through cleansing. But that video on PCOS is pinned. What were you gonna say something on insulin resistance?
Maitake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Mushrooms. You take 4 to 5 grams a day. You can get. There's a company called Carlisle. It's on my website. If you want, you should add it to your Amazon or your lists. But maitake mushrooms, taking 4 to 5 grams a day, helps lower your insulin resistance, and your PCOS gets in control. It's like
Okay.
the comparison would be like metformin, but in mushrooms.
Okay. I'll also refer people to myo-inositol for insulin resistance, also similar to that medication.
Yeah.
Is insulin resistance the same as diabetic or pre-diabetic? So you'll have insulin resistance before you are diagnosed as pre-diabetic. And a lot of times you can be insulin resistant before it shows up in your A1C levels. And when you have blood work done to check, a lot of times doctors will just do their A1C levels. They won't look at like your cholesterol. There's a few things that you can look at before your A1C levels are affected. Aren't certain parasites safe to be in us? So they're part of our microbiome, but when they become overgrown like that, they'll cause other issues.
You're not supposed to have like most parasites that we're talking about are like Cryptosporidium, Parvium, Giardia, D. fragilis, Candida is our overgrowth. Worms are not meant to be in our system at all, like roundworm, flatworm, tapeworm. Obviously, like most of us that cleanse this much, we totally are able to get rid of them. And so our bodies start to go back to normal. But they've been in us for so long that that's why we slowly do all of it.
Yeah. That was maitake, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you said? Yeah. What to take to regrow hair from hair loss from COVID? A good multivitamin, a good probiotic. You can add in biotin, but if you're somebody that's at risk for a heart attack, I wouldn't increase your biotin by that much. But I refer clients to one of the multivitamins from Mary Ruth's, and then most people just do the liquid probiotic.
Love it. It's my favorite. I just bought a whole bunch of gummies and they were giving those away for free.
Oh, yes. I know they've got some good deals on their website. If you order like $50 or more or $60 or more.
So many good deals. I got like one day, like buy one, get one half off. So I got like $200 worth of stuff.
It's myo-inositol. I just get this off of Amazon. The company is called Wholesome Story. I love these lives. Hello, sunshine. We love you.
Our lives are popping. Like I've been going on TikTok more because I don't go on TikTok very often, and so
You don't?
not really. No, like
It's a place to be.
I go to now I've been going on like the For You page more, but I'm so exhausted at the end of the day that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take a break.
Care Bear, no, this is Kim. She's the worm queen. I would love, Mary Ruth goes on lives on Instagram, but not on
She does.
TikTok. Yeah, she does. But she's so busy that she only has like 20 minutes, where I feel like usually my lives are like 3 hours.
Mine are like hours too.
They just turn into, it's like, oh, I don't want to get off. I don't want to stop talking about
helping
everything.
People. It's so nice.
Ah.
I've always been like this. Like I would have to buffer myself whenever I do a lecture or I would go out in the world because I'm like, all right, you're gonna get like an extra hour. I was insulin resistant before I did all of my parasite cleanses. I was insulin resistant as well, and now I've shaved it back because the Candida that all of us have in our system that we're trying to keep down causes you to eat more sugar.
Oh yeah.
Queen, I love the worm lady. I'm scared to do a cleanse, but I've been thinking about it.
Oh, do it. Do it.
Yeah. You got to do it at some point. And the thing is that you'll feel so much better after.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, what? I have the turmeric probiotic. So there's the turmeric probiotic, the postnatal, the gut flora, the beauty probiotic, and the 3-in-1. Sorry, I don't know if it was one of those. Thyroidectomy and losing hair. Any suggestions? So a lot of times that will come from your thyroid hormones not converting in your liver. So where you don't have a thyroid anymore, are you on a T4 medication? You should be. So normally when you have a thyroid, only about 6 or 7% of T3 is made in the thyroid. The rest of that is made in the liver. You convert that from T4 into T3 in the liver. So when people have an issue with hair loss, when they're dealing with thyroid issues, it's a lot of times connected to a liver issue, your thyroid hormones, all of that. It's not being converted and your hormones are imbalanced. So when you don't have a thyroid, I talk to people all the time that are like, nope, I'm not taking anything. It's like, yeah, you have to be taking a T4 medication from here on out if you no longer have a thyroid. I talked to somebody the other day, and I think it was the second time that we did a consultation, and her doctor only had her on Armour.
Really?
No T4 at all. And it was like, well, no, you still need T4.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, I need to find a new doctor. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
I think you do. I tried the pumpkin seed oil. I can't believe it is working. First time anything has helped. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Pumpkin seed's awesome.
For ulcer. Sorry, what were you saying?
We have another tincture that might be coming out in a fall that has pumpkin seed in it.
Sweet. That's awesome. It's a good one.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good one. For ulcerative colitis. So
yeah,
honestly, you could do the liquid. You could do the 3-in-1. The liquid has more strains, even though this is a a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic, the liquid has more strains.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I mean, all of this is pertaining to gut. So anything you can do to really boost your gut is going to be the most helpful. And anything that you can help your system with, it's going to be good, because you're going to, so again, 90% is taken away from us. And as you're killing them off, you're adding that percentage back in, though. So as you do a cleanse, you were maybe at 90% being taken away from you. Now you maybe are at 70%. Like in the beginning of your month of your cleanse to the end of your month, you're going to feel totally different. And you may not need to double down on some of your probiotics or take as much of your supplements, because they're actually getting into your system now versus them being totally trashed.
Yep, totally.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
For Candida and worms, yes. It's an all-in-one, and heavy metals. And I did have someone send me a message, it's somewhere in all my pictures, that their diabetic levels, their sugar numbers actually went down within about 14 to 15 days of starting to cleanse, because it was starting to calm down the sugar intake. It was calming down the way your gut wasn't working properly.
Oh, that was probably one of the biggest things that I noticed was I could like take someone out for something sweet after every meal. And now sugar cravings are like non-existent. Like when I do consultations with people, we've talked about this, where it's like, okay, it's Thanksgiving, you could pop, like you've eaten so much food, but it's like, if we don't cut into that pie, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I need something sweet now. And that went away.
Well, so if you think about like the anatomy of it, right? So you're stretching out your stomach, which is going to open up pores. So what like the probiotics do is it helps sew those pores shut. It helps so that creatures like Candida and parasites can't get in the pores. And as you're eating and you're stretching it out, it's creating openings for them to get in.
Yeah. Yes, you can do the detox if you have ulcerative colitis. Mm-hmm. I would hands down recommend you do a parasite cleanse.
100%. H. pylori, UC, Crohn's, IBS-C, IBS. I mean, all of these are related to parasites, all of them. Acne, acne is.
Oh, yeah. I do not have a gallbladder. My hair is dry and brittle and falling out. So this is a good sign that you are not breaking down fat in your small intestine like you normally should. Dry skin, dry hair, cracked heels. Those are all signs that you're not breaking down fat and absorbing them. So I would not be surprised if you're also deficient in something like vitamin D, low ferritin, magnesium. There's 4 fat-soluble vitamins. There's 8 minerals. So digestive enzymes can be helpful. Bile salts can be helpful. Choline can be helpful to help you better break down fat in your small intestine. This is why a lot of times after you have your gallbladder removed, if you eat something fatty, it will send you to the toilet like you had bad Taco Bell. So I keep the ultra digestive enzymes in the salon. So this is like a double up of their basic digestive enzymes. And these have proteins in them, but there is another one that has a higher amount of proteins. That one helps with the breaking down of fat. There's 6 digestive enzymes total. A good sign of you having issues with not breaking down fat in your small intestine properly is when you go to the bathroom, if there's an oily film on the top of the water. And like I said, I wouldn't doubt it if you were, thank you for the rose, if you were deficient in one or more fat-soluble vitamins or minerals. And those will lead to hair loss too.
You're so smart, Melissa.
Oh, whatever.
You are. You're so smart.
I'm like you. I can get all geeked out on this.
It's so fun, isn't it? It's so fun.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how, and probably the biggest thing that I find so fascinating is so many things morph into each other.
Yep. So many. I think unless you've studied the bodies, like we're studying the bodies constantly, you just think it's so cut and dry, and it's really not cut and dry. It's really not a cut and dry thing,
Yeah.
And they try
almost
cut and dry in the field.
Almost every form of hair loss can be traced back to like a liver function issue or a gut health issue.
Yep.
Almost every single one. So it really is interesting when you look into certain things where it's like, well, if you have this and you're going to have this, and if you have this, that will lead to hair loss.
Mm-hmm. My hair was falling out. I could tell, like, I can tell when it gets bad. Like I need to adjust something too when I have to do this 4 times.
Oh, okay.
That's how I can tell that something's going on. Like this is all growing back. Like this was all broken.
Yeah.
See, like right there, I'm all, what the hell, man? And I look at other videos. I'm like, wait, my hair looked great. Not right now. Like it's starting to get there again. So someone has had, if you've had die-offs from previous parasite cleanses, I get that. I had die-offs with Paragard, but I formulated all of my tinctures so they work together. Like that's what that was like the whole purpose of doing a kit, is that when you do your Parasite Cleanse tincture and then you end up doing like Metal Flush, which is our new one, that one has willow bark in it, which helps calm the pain down from the die-offs. And then it has Ceylon cinnamon, which helps with inflammation. Like they all work with each other. So yeah, you're going to feel like trash, but not as much trash. Have you noticed that it hasn't been as wild out there, Melissa, with all of the parasite cleanses now? Like before it was shocking. People were like, oh my God. And now people are like, I'm doing a parasite cleanse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I feel like before it was like, oh, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never, I'm too scared to do it. And now it's like, I think you should do one. And almost every single time the reaction is like, okay, what one should I do?
Yeah, it's so fun. It is. It's so fun getting this vessel back going.
Oh, for sure. So someone on my end said, how do I order the cleanse? Go to Kim's website, mrsrogershood.com, right?
Rogershood.com.
Rogershood.com. Yeah. Yes.
Rogers.
And you can order it there. Can you talk about black seed oil? Yes.
Yes, please. Let's go.
What do you want to know?
Black seed oil is also an anti-parasitic, and we highly recommend taking black seed oil while you're doing your cleanse and continuing it after. Go, Melissa. I'm excited.
This is like gold in a bottle. So literally everything, whenever the rare occasion that somebody's like, what about this? Like someone commented the other day if they could put it on like funky patches on their dog. Like there's an issue going on, they can't figure it out. Their fur's gone. Can I rub black seed oil on that? So it was like, yeah, let's look it up. So looked up like skin issues on dogs and black seed oil. Literally any issue that you have, look it up with black seed oil and you will find article after article of how it's beneficial. It's mind-blowing. This one is 20 drops a day, and it's just like their other oils, like their other tinctures, but you pinch the bulb, it will fill up the appropriate amount. It's strong. Oh, it's strong. So I put mine in an empty veggie cap and swallow it like a pill, because I am a baby when it comes to flavors.
I have a hard time with flavors as well. Very hard.
when Brandy's like, I love the taste of intestinal edge, it was like, go Brandy. I don't know how you do it, but okay.
I struggle with Parafine and it's my own.
No, see, I didn't struggle with
You did?
Parafine.
Oh, I did.
No.
Just
I almost like how garlicky it is.
it is so garlicky. It's so garlicky. It's like wormwood and garlic is like trying to polish a turd. It doesn't, like, we really try hard with raw honey, which raw honey is good for Candida, so that's awesome. But like Jeremy and Erica did a good job with that recipe. Oh, I'm just telling you, for me it's tough.
Oh, that's awesome.
I chase it with this. I'm like, gunk, gunk, gunk. And now we got metal flush, so I'm like, and this is green. How cool is this looking?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super pretty. Okay. They're all sitting right.
That's cool. Right? Nice and handy.
You got them all behind. We're getting new labels. I thought I would share that.
Okay.
We're getting new labels. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Very good. Oh, that's awesome.
Alaskan Serenity 3. Say hi. Hi. Do you get sick from taking any of that together? No. Is that what you mean? All of our tinctures, or what Melissa's talking about? Does a deep groove on your tongue mean a liver problem, Melissa?
It depends on where it is on your tongue. Which you have videos with the map of the tongue.
The reflexology. I have some videos. I have a whole reflexology series that I did. I'm doing quantum healing codes right now. That's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the jam. Well, and the milk, the tapeworm milk. I'm making that whole tapeworm thing. I just read a whole bunch of articles about Victorian culture and how they would eat the tapeworm, and like I read that, and there's like a cool picture that I posted, and it's like sanitized tapeworms. I'm like, what the hell is a sanitized tapeworm, man? Like,
they're better for you.
How do you clean a tapeworm? Like, how do you sanitize that thing? They're so gross.
You just put in a little bit of vinegar. You're good.
A little bit of oil, spit and go. They eat them, drink them to get skinny. No, I'm good. I'm totally good.
Right. Which you can still order those on the internet.
Sears catalog. Last summer I went down that rabbit hole. I did. I'm back in the tapeworm hole. Like, if I have a tapeworm, I'm just openly admitting to everyone I'm out. Like, I'm out. Like, anyone that has a tapeworm, that's the mother of all worms. Like, it's tough. I did a shit ton of research to make sure Parafine would kill the tapeworm, but I just don't know if I could do it. I don't know. Like, it does take a lot when I'm all sit in the bath milk and rip it out. Like, I don't know if I could. And I've done some shit, man. I don't even know if I could.
Okay. The comment, it was like the grocery manager. How was it? It was like, point of view, grocery stores, like, why is milk selling out?
TikTok.
That was hilarious.
Mine was like some guy. I love the comments in that one. Some guy goes, "Oh, and they're investigating why a woman died in a milk bath," and I'm like, "Yeah, holding her phone with my video open."
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh my god, the next video I'm gonna do, milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. I'm doing that as the soundtrack for the milk. I'm down that hole. This is a rabbit.
Look, if you're doing any video with the sound bite, I need Dumb and Dumber with you in the limo when he's like, I got worms. That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at that in face. Like, if I can do a screen record on it. I'm gonna go find that.
Yes.
Yeah. They're doing a worm farm for sure.
Let's see. Are chia seeds good to eat often? I've been eating chia pudding almost every day. Yes.
Yeah, they're so good.
Chia seeds are very good for you.
They're in gutty. It's chia
Yeah.
seeds, psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and coconut activated charcoal. If you eat that in the mornings, woo, you're going to get rid of that weird rubbery mucoid plaque that's sitting in our colons that they're living in. So many people sent me their mucoid plaque.
Yeah. Some naturopaths on here call it like nature's internal shower.
Oh,
when you do chia seeds.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, those are really good for you.
Rosalind says, which dewormer do you guys think is best? Well, I mean, my dewormer. Mine is the best. Parafy. It's a whole kit. It's all in one. It includes the Parasite Cleanse, Candida, and Heavy Metal Detox, amongst other things that you'll get to cleanse out. And the binder. It's all in one. And you get instructions. And it's $100. Use Parafy10 as your discount code. And we pretty much just pay for shipping. Oh my God.
Well, and the thing I like about yours is the instructions.
Yeah. They're so nice. I got them right here. Like, it's a card. It tells you everything you need to do. And then on the back, it tells you what to expect, die-offs, what your kit, so you have an idea of what's going on. We didn't just like throw something in there, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. You mean you didn't say you were going to put in one ingredient and then changed it?
While I find out live. I'm like, pumpkin seeds. Wait, we took those out?
Wait a minute. Let's see. Pumpkin seed oil and black seed oil, okay for hair loss with Hashimoto's. Yes. So that's one of the reasons why we put pumpkin seed oil and black seed oil in the hair care liposomal.
Which, by the way, it's good.
So we talked about doing another flavor.
You did?
And we would take like a berry flavor, and it would be the it'd be the consistency of the quercetin. Look at you. I'll do one with you. So the hair care liposomal from Mary Ruth's, this has pumpkin seed oil in it, black seed oil, vitamin C, vitamin E, biotin, selenium, and vitamin D. I think it's delicious. I had a lot of people comment that were like, it's disgusting.
I think that they're not expecting it tasting, I think they want it to be more sugary cane sugar versus like it's super good.
I think it's so rich. So black seed oil flavor is hard to mask.
It is.
So that's why they went with the maple French toast, which I think it tastes more like butterscotch.
I do too.
And it has an almond butter base. So that's why when people were like, what are these things? I'll see if I can get the flecks in there. You can see like flecks of the almonds in it. It's because of the base. But yeah, we talked about doing a berry flavor and taking out the black seed oil, so it would be easier to do a fruity flavor.
But this one will keep the black seed oil in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I know, the black seed oil was like one of the magic ingredients. Like, ooh, that's a good one.
I noticed when I don't take it that day, because it's like next to my seat, so I like look over, I'm like, ooh, I gotta take that. The turmeric, oh my God. The turmeric gummies.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
They're so good.
So good. And you're right, the men's vitamins are way better.
I take those instead of the women's.
Like, I was afraid, and then you're all, no, the men's are so good. I'm like, damn.
They're so good.
Like, are you going to take all of my gummies? I'm all, yeah, dude.
So those are the men's multivitamin gummies. They're delicious. They're new magnesium gummies. Oh, so good.
Okay, I have not gotten those. I just did.
These ones are delicious.
Liposomal. Do they taste like are they similar tasting?
No. So these ones are like it says hibiscus flavor.
Ooh.
They are delicious. But the source of magnesium is different in the gummies than the liposomal.
Okay.
Which I don't, some people love the magnesium liposomal. I can take it. I'll usually mix it with like almond chocolate milk. But those, I could eat my weight in those. Those are delicious.
Jeremy, this is his treat now. Like he literally went from, yeah. So we have like them all lined up.
Uh-huh.
Got the collagen. Like my countertop looks like behind you.
That's your countertop. That's awesome.
It's just like Mary Ruth and then Fresh Cap, because Fresh Cap just came out with a gummy.
Oh, yes. Well, and your one gummies too that have the good stuff in them.
The chlorophyll. I have some chlorophyll.
No, not those ones.
What other gummies? Oh yeah, my Aries Essentials gummies. Oh, yeah. By the way, we took their this is. I'm not showing you this, but we took the label because we're gonna be using their same. We got their label people.
Uh-huh.
Their label people.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! And I sent it all to Brandy too. I'm all, yo, these labels. She's like, I love those labels. I'm like, they're so soft.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why there's no label, because I took the label off to see what it looked like on my bottle.
That's awesome. Give it a little test run.
Yeah. I love their labels. I love their products. Like Aries Essentials is like better than my own CB. Because I grow my own.
Uh-huh.
And I like it better.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Rogers Hood 20 is the discount code for that. You get 20% off. And let me tell you, just taking one of those a night, they're so good. Do you have them?
No.
Why? Why aren't you an affiliate? Go. I'm sending your name over to them. I send them affiliates all the time. I'm like,
oh, that's funny.
They're so good. They're so good. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think Brandy's filling bottles right now?
Yeah, probably. I sent her a message today and she did 900 orders.
I saw her video about it. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy because when you aren't in that world, I had no idea until I started selling my kits what I had done to other people.
Right.
Like, and I don't think Brandy really even knew what she did with us, because she sold a lot of kits with us as well. And both companies, the first one and this one. And don't think that you really think about it until you're the one processing them, and then you're like, oh my God.
Could you maybe take a day off?
Never. We have Rogers Hood team has not taken a day off since December.
No, I mean Brandy.
No, Brandy can't be. Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm excited for her. She hired up, she had to hire people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've had that. Awesome. Her stuff is so good though. It's so good. I love her castor oil. I also have her on my link. You guys are like permanent fixtures on our featured affiliates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I feel so bad not. Okay, hold on. Let me type
You just let me know when you have to go. Here, I'll get the name of the gummies. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
They're through, and anything I ever talk about is always on my website. They're called Lily Care. I found out about these. They have Irish sea moss in them.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever taken?
Oh, that's good. No, because I just do the liquid chlorophyll from Mary Ruth's.
I do that too. So I take these. I'm like addicted
Yeah.
to supplements right now. Is this or
I mean, how can you not be?
They're making them bomb, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, someone asked about laser combs and red light therapy. So they do help with regrowth. So they're 93% effective at regrowing hair. But if you don't address the issue that's causing your hair loss, then it's not going to make your hair stop falling out, but it will help your hair regrow. But they really do work, which Kim has one. Your mask that you use.
Yeah. It's my face mask, and I use it for my head. I use it for my arms. So like I have a lot of issues with my wrists. I have a muscle skeletal disease. So it helps heal my muscles while
Right.
potentially pulling from my bones. But I also have an issue with my hip. I have pundial neuralgia on my hip, and I use that light $100 light mask everywhere, all over my body if I'm having an issue anywhere.
Yeah.
But I just set it on my head and I just chill.
Yeah. If you are someone that lives near a restore, that's they do like IVs there. They do the compression bags on your legs. I can't remember what that's called. They do oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart moment. What's the tank that you go into? I did a video on it. Where it's freezing. Yeah, where it's freezing. Like you're in there for like 3 minutes. No, not like no. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Anyways, the store is called Restore, and they do all sorts of things that are beneficial to the body. And they have red light therapy there, and their lights are huge, like 6 feet tall, and you're sandwiched in there like a little Oreo, and you stand in there for 20 minutes. So if you don't want to invest in a laser cap, if you go to Restore, because they have like subscriptions where you can do certain treatments each week, you could go do it there. But your mask wasn't that expensive. You don't need to buy like the $1,500
No, my
comb or the helmet.
I got it on my website.
So
It's $100 if you, and it has the neck thing. You have to get the mask
nice.
that has the neck thing, because you can detach that neck thing, and then you can like put it anywhere else. You can, like it just
Okay.
gives you 2 parts to that light, and then it's $100. You can use it anywhere. Red light's red light.
Right. The ones that they sell for salons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much those are? They're like 27 grand.
Oh my God. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
That's insane to me.
It is insane.
That's absolutely insane.
Anything that you have medical, yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy how expensive shit is, man.
I know.
It's called cryotherapy.
Thank you.
I have like 20 videos on it as well. I'm like, I don't know either, Melissa.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes I struggle. All right. Well,
I created my own brand.
oh.
Yeah. What device do I have? The red light device that I is in my website.
People on here were saying cryo. Yeah, all I gotta do is look. Yeah, see? Susie. Yeah, all you guys were saying it. Mama's just gotta look.
We're on a short bus. Hi, can you detox help with ADHD on a 12-year-old boy? Yes, the kit is for ages 3 and up. And if you think about the issues that could be going on nutrient-wise, where they're not getting the nutrients back into their system, that could be causing ADHD and having behavioral issues as well. What time do you have to go?
I think I'm gonna hop off here. And I feel bad that all these people are asking questions and I'm not answering them.
It's okay. It's tough to do dual lives, but it's fun because
It is.
you don't normally get to talk. It's usually just you for 3 hours talking out loud and no one's around and you can't hear anything.
Well, and it's always fun to catch up too.
It is. It's fun. This was great. This was so much fun. I'm trying to do these again. I'd like to do another one. I'm on Shipwreck's podcast tomorrow. We switched it from Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
From Thursday to Wednesday. So if you watch her, I'm on that tomorrow. But it's so fun to chit chat with people. It's way better than just doing it by yourself sometimes.
I know. Okay, so if I end this, does it end my live altogether?
No, you just want to break away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to disconnect us.
Okay, should we do our secret sign off?
Yeah. Thanks, my friend. This was fun.
Okay. I'm going to stay on and answer questions about hair loss if anyone wants to.
Stay on and answer questions about Parasite.
Do it.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
See ya.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for hanging on. That was fun. It was. I'll post it over on YouTube. I've been posting my lives when I do dual lives over on YouTube. So, I'm on Shipwreck tomorrow. If you don't know who that is, just go to Shipwreck Show. It's over on YouTuber. So I'll be on that tomorrow. I forgot about that. It was Thursday. Isn't Melissa awesome? She's so smart. She really has helped me grow my hair back because these were all like gone. And she does consultations. I'm so glad you caught my live as well. It was a good live. What do you think about Madeline's homework? I know so Billy's daughter, she's a cleanser. She's almost 7, right? She's almost 7. And she drew a foot and was like, this is where worms come out. I mentioned having parasites having something to do with endometriosis. Can you talk a bit more? Yeah. So endometriosis symptoms can be exacerbated from parasites. And a lot of times the doctors that look when they're doing your laparoscopic surgeries don't really know what they're looking for. So when the worms get inside your bladder and your kidneys, it can cause scar tissue. It can also cause issues with your periods because they're in our blood already. So it can cause you to have heavier periods, which they have deemed to be endometriosis. They can be painful. So, I mean, overall, if you look at it as a whole, you're definitely going to have symptoms decrease or go into remission when you're cleansing the blood, which is what we're doing with the Parasite kit. I could feel something on my right side and I thought, oh God, I got to have another surgery, which I can't have another surgery. And in fact, it was actually parasites. So why not reset your gut and see? I also used to get BV a lot, which I was told that 100% was from my endo. No, it was from parasites and the Candida. You can eat soy on Parasite. You can eat soy on Parasite. You can eat anything you would like. There's a guide that you should follow, but if you don't follow it, like my husband, and he still has very successful cleanses. Yeah, you're welcome. Lindsay, I also take Fresh Cap. Use Rogers 10 for your discount code. I take Fresh Cap mushrooms, which has maitake in them, which helps stabilize some of your issues. Turkey tail, which is another type of mushroom that helps with scar tissue. They give it to patients that are on chemo and have cancer to break down their tumors. So I treated my endometriosis, which is in remission after 20 years, 13 surgeries, and a hysterectomy, as if it was cancer. So I take lion's mane, turkey tail, chaga, reishi, maitake, chicken of the woods. I take like 14 different mushrooms. I do only plant medicine now. So I highly recommend doing that. Fresh Cap is the company that I endorse because I don't sell my own mushrooms. I grow them, but I don't sell them. Can you do a parasite cleanse if you think you might be pregnant? No, you should not do a parasite cleanse with Parify, but you can do Zeolite, Zeolit. Everything I talk about is up in my link. But Zeolite actually is for pregnant, breastfeeding, and under the age of 3, parasite and heavy metal cleanse. This cleanse is good for children with AD. Yes, ages 3 and up. Ages 3 and up is what I recommend. What do you take to replace your estrogen after your hysterectomy? I take a gel. I take a prescription gel. Hold on. I take a prescription gel. My doctor said that it's impossible for people in the U.S. to have parasites. How do I find a doctor that believes you? Well, first off, Dr. Jess, she has like a subscription thing. A natural doctor is going to believe you. A holistic doctor is going to believe you. Because that's the first thing they should be making you do. It is 100% common. I just don't understand why they don't think it's here. I mean, let's be real, okay? Our dirt's just the same dirt as everywhere else in the world. Back to what I take. I take Divi Gel. That's my estrogen gel. Reels. Hell Miller. I just read the wackiest article. I gotta send it to you. Such disinformation. Yeah, it's missrogershood@yahoo.com. What should I take with it if I want to cleanse? Do I need to prep? There's Gutty. You can buy our mucoid plaque cleanse, which just helps regulate your... So you go to the bathroom and you go pee. That's on our website, rogershood.com. That's on the website. You can start that 3 days before and then go into the Parify kit. You're welcome. I'm having a horrible time with doctors. I hear you, Tan. I get it. It's a tough one. Doctors are tough, you know. They're set in their ways. They don't want to change their mind. They don't. It's really an ego thing. It boils down to an ego thing. They could not be wrong, you know. And in fact, you can be wrong. Is this kit safe if you've been diagnosed with cancer? If you're on chemo, no. But if you've been diagnosed, then I would give it a try. Reset your gut. See how you feel. Get you through some of those tough times that maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you've reset your gut. But if you're on chemo, you shouldn't do them together. There are even TikTok cleanses. They're even specifically referenced TikTok cleanses. I know. I'm okay with that. I'll be a TikTok cleanse. I don't mind. There is a network of naturopaths. So you can do consultations with Evan. You can do consultations with Dr. Jess through her. She has like an app. There's a couple of other naturopaths. I'm looking. I can put some more on the website. I think I'll work on that this week. Thank you for the sandwich, Jeremy. Okay. Could you do a whole video again on the article? You could probably do a whole, it's a fun. Okay. Is it about tapeworms? Because that's like my thing right now, apparently. I'm telling you, if I ever had a tapeworm, I'd be out. So those of you that have tapeworms, I'm here for you. It's why I added hawthorn berry in our cleanse. What did you say the other day about pumpkin seeds? I love pumpkin seeds. I put pumpkin seeds on my salads. I feel like when you add antiparasitic type of foods onto things that could potentially have parasites, that's what our ancestors did, right? They put pumpkin seeds on our lettuce, because if you did happen to have something on the lettuce, there's a higher possibility that it would flush out of your system because it is like, oh, that pumpkin seed, and it wouldn't attach to you, if that makes sense. So I like to put pumpkin seeds now on my lettuce, even though I know that I've cleansed the crap out of my food. Just in case it gets mixed in with that acid inside your stomach and the parasites don't want to live in you and they just flush themselves out then. Yes, please add some. Checking out your site for the first time. Oh, it's a good site. I got it specifically for TikTok. There's things I can't say. There's things that, like, it's just easier to say, go to my website. Would you be skinny? No, that is such a wrong disinformation. You aren't necessarily skinny or fat. Most people think because you have a tapeworm, you'll get extremely skinny and stop eating. But in fact, I've seen quite a few people that were really overweight have a tapeworm, and they were shocked. They were like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Oh, they had a tapeworm." We need to keep using spices in our foods. Absolutely. Pumpkin seeds. That's why I eat them every day. I prefer that versus anything else. And cayenne pepper. Just saw a video. You go, girl. I teach this in your practice. You do, Diana Marie, 1978. That's cool. You teach this in your practice. That's awesome. You should. And my kit's awesome. I use wormwood, black walnut, whole hawthorn berry, clove, and garlic. And I have 3 different tinctures that all work upon each other. They were formulated so that they work with each other. Willow bark's in there to help with the pain. I've taken it twice today. I love it. My hip hasn't hurt. Jeremy, you should take it. Here, you should take it, babe. He's going back out. What's your discount code again? Parafy10. Parafy10. I'm putting black walnut in brownies and salads on everything. It makes sense though, right? Like, they don't like that stuff. So if you eat stuff that they do like with that bad stuff that they don't like, and that's another reason why, you choose the foods you choose, is because they don't want you to choose foods that's going to exterminate them. They want you to choose foods that's going to make them thrive. So you change your taste buds. You change your thought about food, especially after a parasite cleanse. I hated sauerkraut. I'm just going to openly admit I hated it. Now I love it. I can eat it all day. I eat it raw. I wake up in the morning and I eat it. And then I eat it in the afternoon. I'm going to have a little bit of chicken here. I'm going to eat it again. So there's so many changes when you do a cleanse. Hi, Kim. I still have the tapeworm. Oh my God. Uni, you should go sit in some water or some milk. Go sit in the milk. Go sit in the milk and tell me. How do you know, friend? Oh, friend. Keep trying. Keep going. I had a sudden significant weight gain and ended up passing over. Oh yeah. Tan had a ropeworm and it was huge. It was huge. 6 feet. So big. I'm going to say ropeworms are about as bad as... I didn't have a ropeworm either. I don't have a tapeworm or a ropeworm. I had like the little movement ones, not the ones that caused major pain. I had like the pinworms and the roundworm where you could feel them moving around and you could feel them like... I watched this one video where the worms like eat each other and they bounce off of each other. Yeah. Yep. I fully understand now when I had movement. I totally get it. Before, I just thought that that's the way our bodies were supposed to be. Like, I'd lay in bed and I'd feel stuff squirming around. I'm like, oh, that's normal. Now I know it's not. It's not normal. You're not supposed to have movement of any kind in your body. No. It was them telling me that it was normal. It's a good idea to do with a coffee enema. Yes, it's a great idea to do coffee enemas, oil pull. You should, you could do bile salt enemas, castor oil packs, gua sha. Like, all of those are a great way to help with the detoxing. Oh my God, I would freak out. Oh my God. Tan freaked out when she saw her 6-foot ropeworm. Yep. Not a good situation. I'm just really glad I don't have anything long in me like that. I just have like I said, the small ones. If I missed your question, ask me again. How do you know if you have a worm? Well, I have a pinned video at the top of my account, but it's, you know, IBS, fatigue, low iron. Basically, the comments that are normally made those are everyday life, because that is how the worms make you feel. I am going to start using DE in your chicken's food. You should. Once they lay. Excited my food will be parasite free. Yes. I done the milk a few times. That's how I found out I had one, because it started jumping. Oh my God, that's right. So did you see, Uni? Did you see that, Uni? Did you see that the Amish do that too? You were the one that told me about it in your country. And then I went and I researched it even more, and I found out the Amish do it too. That's funny you hopped on my live. I haven't talked to you in a while, and you're on my live right after I did the video. I'm glad that you popped in. How am I not following you? Okay, well, I'm following. Did you get a new account? Crazy. Crazy, man. You should do the milk thing. Send me a video. Zelenia passed a ropeworm. I think I have a lot of stomach issues. Yes, for sure. You should cleanse. Sitting in a milk bath. Yes, it makes a tapeworm come out. Sitting in the milk bath. Tapeworm pops their head out. Uni on here, her name's Nancy. Nancy that's on here 100% does that, and she's the one that told me about it, and then I researched it more. You have a 2 counts? You have 2? Oh, you have 2 accounts. Okay, well, I followed this account. Are you following me? Yeah, we're friends. Hey, friend. Oh, well. There's like a milk shortage. We're going to see it on the news. How do you know worms? Okay, so I'll get back to that question. How do we know? Well, for me, I couldn't figure out why my face wouldn't heal. Like this, I know is because I changed an oil. So one of my pores got clogged. But before, I would just have zits all over, and I would be using like anti-acne stuff, and I would still have major breakouts. Not anymore. This, honestly, and that's the thing, is now I know when I need to cleanse if I got something going on with my gut. You're welcome. Chi-Town 22. You want to learn quantum. So I follow Your Universe. She's on YouTube, and she has like a little tribe that you can go and hang with, and they talk about quantum healing, quantum codes, and she walks you through everything. That's how I first learned about it years ago, was through her. She's super cool, man. She teaches you how to manifest and how to be a master manifest. But, you know, all you need to do is write those codes. Like when it's all put together, like 55515, that's how you would say it. If it's put together in the other way, you can say it and write it. Usually you writing it helps the mind go to that source. Why did we not hear of this in the 90s when milk baths were all the rage? I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I would really like to know if anyone found out they had a tapeworm from those milk baths in the 90s. I think I'm going to write that on my list, and I'm going to go research that and see if anyone has said that they did a milk bath for funsies and found out they had a tapeworm. Day 18 Parasite Cleanse. I can't look at anything, but you feel better. Yay! That means that you probably had something going on in your gut if you can totally tell a difference on day 18. Congrats, man. I'm here for the rainbows. That's so exciting. This live makes me feel like I'm under a rock. I need to cleanse ASAP. What do I do? So, Cat D8, you should go to my website, rogershood.com. My code is Parafy10 to get a discount on my kit. and it's all in one. You get 3 tinctures in the binder. I include instructions. I walk you through it. We're a community here on TikTok over on my channel. I mean, it really is kind of fun. Like, we try and make it as fun as possible. No one wants to go through all these health problems by themselves anymore. And on a spiritual note, you know, if you really do want to reach that next level of like 3D, 4D, 5D to just feel better, I mean, you're supposed to be cleansing, right? The new earth comes, you want to have new you, get rid of all that crap. What's your thought on intestinal edge? Tammy, 1968. I think intestinal edge is great. I think that, you know, for $70, you get the intestinal edge. You don't get anything extra. It's a great cleanse. The Wooden Gypsy does that cleanse. She also does our cleanse. It's a really great cleanse. It's I think it's like 6 or 7 weeks. I've never done it. Can I explain more of the milk? Servin. Yeah, so a lot of ways that they could tell if you had a tapeworm, say a child or you're not feeling very good, you stick them in a bath of milk and the tapeworm starts to slither itself out of your bum and poke its head out, and then you know you have a tapeworm. The Amish pull it out and then they cleanse. So, you know, it gets it all, like all the segments are all in one little section then. So, and also, you know, they lay like 1 million eggs a day. So you still want to cleanse even if you pulled it out. There is so much to learn. Oh, yes. Broken. Hi, Broken. Has been doing the Rife machine. She's doing the Rife machine. Would it cause contraindication birthing a tapeworm? I mean, you want to cleanse. If you have a tapeworm and you pull it out, yeah, I mean, whether you pull it out or not, you've kind of disrupted it a little bit, and so they're going to lay their eggs regardless. So you absolutely have to cleanse. How often do you do the 30-day cleanse? So I cleanse every month. I just started doing like 5 to 6 days over the full moon, and then on May 13th, I decided to do 30 days, but I didn't need to do a full 30 days because I felt fine after 2 weeks. But I cleanse a lot. Every 3 to 4 months. So they say 2 times a year if you're in a country where you've cleansed since birth, and then 3 to 4 times a year if you're in our country, because we've never cleansed like this before. If you pull out the tapeworm, will it break? I talked about that. I don't think I could handle it with my hands. I think that in the thick of it, you might be able to. In the thick of it, it's possible. Okay, here's my opinion on hemorrhoids. I don't believe fully that all of the issues that you have are hemorrhoids. I believe that when you're having die-offs and they're going through their cycle, because they cycle out every 7 to 21 days and they go through that area to cycle out, I think that a lot of diagnoses with hemorrhoids are not that. I really believe that they're die-offs from parasites and worms. I'm excited. Just let me know, Real Shell Miller. I have the discount code, just write it down, Parafy10, and you can use it then. Can you take advice? TRA. Yes, you can take advanced TRS and you can take PBX, which is Pure Body Extra. The zeolite is recommended. It just helps really get everything through. There are no contraindications at all with zeolite. I take the zeolite with all of my cleanses. I take the zeolite at least once a day. Do you have to dig it out? No, you don't have to dig anything out if you don't want to. There's a lot of people on here that are diggers, though. I have only done it twice because I saw something very suspicious a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I better check this out, and it wasn't that at all. Oh, you're welcome. I try and respond. You're welcome, Tammy 1968. Thank you. I'm definitely checking your page and buying your kit. Awesome. It's really a good jumping point, right? And I give so much product inside of the kit. You're never gonna, if you don't take binders every day, you're not going to take the Cinnabon every day, and you're going to have some left over for your next cleanse. I do not take a binder every day. I have found that it just isn't this, it's just not for me every day, but some people take them, so they'll know what I'm saying. But if you're doing the Parasite Cleanse and then you do another one in 3 months, you're going to have enough product to do, you'll have to just buy Parify, but you'll have enough product of everything else to do another cleanse. That's what's awesome about it. If you ordered, I didn't look at the date, but we're 7 to 10 business days from the time you order to the time we ship. We did mail out, I think, 3 days. So May 17th to May 20th, I think, is where we stopped. And then we're doing another shipping this week. We're doing 2, which normally we do 1, but TikTok's a force. It's a force over here. Yeah. What are your thoughts on 9N chloride? Are you thinking like, I'm not sure. I've never heard of 9N chloria. Thank you to all my moderators for answering questions. Does parasites have any relationship to osteoporosis? I feel like because you're not getting all the calcium that you should be getting when you intake food or your vitamins, that they're getting a 90% chunk of it. Like, that's a lot of tax that they've taken from our systems and our nutrients, that I think that it has a lot to do with it. I will know more because I had osteoporosis and I take cordyceps. I take 4 to 5 grams of cordyceps a day, which is a mushroom. You can get that on Fresh Cap. They're capsules. Use Rogers 10 as your discount code. But you can take cordyceps and you can take up to 5 grams of it, which will put calcium back into your system. That helps with that. But I do believe that a lot of our main chronic issues that we have are because we've never done parasite cleanses. Like other people, like, think about it. I don't know a lot of people over in certain countries that have done cleanses that have the issues we have here in the States. Milk to water amount for tapeworm. It is, hi user 710. So if you go to my video, a couple of back talking about the milk, you can, I say, get ready to screenshot, and it's 1 quart of water to 3 to 4 gallons. You're just trying to get the milk to cover your butt. So above your rectum, just so that it like gets in and then it swims around. What is the website? The website is rogershood.com. My website is rogershood.com. How long does an order take to get to Australia? So 7 to 10 business days on our side, and then about 2 weeks. And I got a gal ordering in Australia, and I'll let you know exactly, but it's about 2 weeks. You're welcome. I try and answer everything. We did a dual live tonight, so I'm a little behind on my comments. Do you think parasites can cause Yes, I do. I believe it 100%. Because I had that starting. Because they're schistomashush, which is a parasite internally in your bladder and your kidneys. It causes it to not be able to contract properly, so it leaves some in there, and it's leaving in like a sponge. So hi Grandma. Hi Grandma T. Hi Mom, how are you? Your mom's on here. Okay. Jeremy says hi. I do fully believe that a lot of our issues are caused from the parasites. I have osteoporosis now also. So I fully believe that if you start incorporating mushrooms into your system, that you're going to see a big difference. Reishi and cordyceps are 2 really good mushies to put together. Reishi helps calm the nervous system while adding in the cordyceps. I also absolutely love Mary Ruth's K2D3. A lot of people don't know that you have to have that combination in order for the calcium to really get into your bones. The code for them is MA20 to get 20% off. All of this is in my website, rogershood.com. But D3 is really important when you have osteoporosis. So that's cordyceps, reishi, and Mary Ruth's. Those 3 are really going to help and give you a really good impact. I have had all of these issues, and I've been able to curb a lot of my issues with my bones. I don't feel as frail either. I know that when I go get a bone scan that it's going to be better. And I think that having that type of attitude as well is very helpful. That you're getting it taken care of. Like, you realize it. Can parasites cause vertigo? Yes, you can get them in your eyes. They can make you feel like your equilibrium is off. And toxoplasmosis can cause that issue a lot. I started a parasite cleanse and I didn't feel like it was working. Oh, I'm sorry. What cleanse did you use? And if you're using Parasite, just so you know, that's the main goal, is so that you don't feel like you're having die-offs and you don't feel like it's like, I want you to be able to take the Parasite kit and not have issues. I want you to be able to get up in the morning, do your drops at lunch, do your drops at dinner, and be done. Like, no one's got time for all of this. Nobody. And I'm chronically ill like everyone else, and I don't even have time for it. It occupies a lot of my day as well. I want to just be able to get up and do my thing, you know? Is there anything? Yes. Hey, Tanya, Blue Skies. Yes, 100% turkey tail mushroom. Again, go to Fresh Cap and try it out. See if it's something that you're going to take. But turkey tail, take 4 to 5 grams a day. That is a therapeutic dose of mushrooms. And if you just do like the 1 to 2 grams, like it says on the bottle, that's good. That's a supplement. But if you're wanting to make it so it's like a medicinal level, you'll do 4 to 5 grams. And that will break down the scar tissue. That's what they give to chemo patients to break down their tumors and to help break down cancer. And if anybody knows who Paul Stamets is, he's a big mushy guy, and he swears that his mother no longer had breast cancer because of the high dosage of turkey tail that he put her on. Girl, I've seen your videos off and on, and I must say that, oh my God, your skin looks so good. Thanks. I appreciate that. It's the number one thing I've been working on really hard for my gut health. You know, people don't see the internal part of you. They see this outsource. My gums, I'm telling you, my gums are even better. Like, they're all pink. My teeth look clean. Like, it's the cleansing. Oh, I did get new toothpaste. It's called Borka, and it helps remineralize. So I'm starting to use that. I'm excited. All right, let me go back. I'm a little behind. Aw, thanks, Happiness Brewing. You're awesome. I love you too. Should you just be able to go about your day, or do you get sick? So the first few days, I think a lot of us do feel like trash because we're detoxing. But after a couple of days, I think that it kind of goes back and forth. Like, you realize you're detoxing, you feel like trash a little bit, but the new tincture that I added, the Meadow Flush, which has willow bark in it, that is going to help with those. I heard you guys, you know, as I'm getting feedback, I hear what you guys are saying, and I'm wanting to add those things into the kit. So I heard a lot of issues with mucus. So we added lungwort, which helps break down the mucus. And then willow bark helps with the pain, the heavy metals, which the parasites are held down with. So I really want it to, so that you could just do it and go. Anything to help with high cholesterol. Cleansing, starting to cleanse. I used to use, which we don't use it anymore, cholesterol off. Let me get it. Hold on. Just 1 second. This is spicy, man. This is spicy. Woo. Cholesterol off plus through Nature Made. You take 2 of these a day. It's a plant medicine based. A couple cardiologists that I speak with, they told me about this. So, high cholesterol was what you should take. I don't have this on my Amazon storefront, though. If we missed your question, oh, thanks, Tan. Thanks. Hey, I recently commented on your post wanting a little help of removing parasites. Okay, so go to rogershood.com and the kit is up there. Use Parasite10 as your discount code. We include the instructions. We include everything you need. It's all in that kit. And there's a guide to help you with the food lists and that in the website as well. That is great to know. Yeah, 4 to 5 grams is the therapeutic. So if you're just taking the normal, like I take their new gummies. Oh, they're bomb, by the way. I'm obsessed with gummies. It's like a thing right now too. There's so many companies coming out with gummies. Just watch your sugar intake. Anyway, so I'll do like 2 of the gummies in the morning and 2 in the afternoon if I'm having a day. But I add that in addition to my lion's mane. You can stack as many mushies as you want. I think Paragard's great. I prefer mine. I use Paragard 1 when I went viral on TikTok and 2 on my own cleanses. But I really like Parafy, and you can buy Parafy individually if you want to just try it as your main cleanse. The kit's good because it includes everything, but I know $100 is a lot for people. So $35 is what ours is, and then with the Parafy 10, it helps cut it down. But it's all natural, where there's a little bit of added ingredients in the Paragard, but I don't know what they are because they just put natural ingredient. Do you think I'll be able to still work out? So the first week, no. The first week you want to give your body a little bit of a rest while you're doing your cleanse. But after that, yeah, you'll be fine. Well, we sell everything separately. We do. We sell it all separately. Do you have to be careful scheduling? No, not now that there is. If you don't get the gutty, then no, you won't have an issue. You'll be okay. You're not gonna, it's not a poopathon. Yes, the whole family should, Avila, the whole family should detox it once. And here's how you would break it down if you have kids. Every adult or anyone over the age of 12 should have their own kit. If that, financially, I know that that's a tough one because the kits are $100. So what you can do is you get one kit and you can split it by getting everyone their own Parasite tincture. That's the most important part when you're doing a parasite cleanse is the Parasite tincture. And then the other ones you can do instead of twice a day, you do them each once a day. And there's enough cinnamon in there to help with everybody's die-offs. And the metal flush, which has been added, it's the same. We actually wrote those instructions on our instructions so that we know, that it's tough to swing nowadays to get everyone a kit. So we want you to still cleanse, but you got to make sure you get an extra Parasite tincture. And if all you got was the Parasite tincture, that's all you would need then. Everything else in the kit is an extra bonus just to help move you along and to help so that you can function. I mean, not going to lie, wormwood's tough, black walnut hull's tough, garlic is tough, clove, all of these things together create the killer of the parasites, Candida, and the bad bacteria. And everything we talk about is sold separately. Maybe tips coming from someone who has had 3 surgeries in the past 4 years and brain being the recent. Tips. I mean, I've got a lot of tips on my page. What do we need to purchase to cleanse our pets? Oh, snap. Safeguard is good. I just got a new book. I'm going to do a video on it. I typed it all up. But there in this book, Healthy Recipes by Dr. Clark. This lady right here. There's a whole section in here on animals. And it's a pet parasite program. And it walks you through it. And the number one thing is parsley water. Like you put this parsley water on their food and then it walks you through each week. So it's called Dr. Clark's Healthy Recipes. Yep. But until then, safeguard. It's like a whole thing. Or I'd read it. It's a whole thing. It's like 3 pages long. There's also one in another master recipes for animals. I'm doing a whole series on parasites, pets, and natural remedies for them. What do we need to purchase to cleanse our pets? Oh, I already said that. Thoughts on intestinal edge? I think intestinal edge is great. It's $70 for 3 bottles of just intestinal edge. My kit includes everything you need, including instructions. I used it and didn't feel like I was having any results. But did you feel any better or was the same? I need to get your cleanse. Oh, it's so much better. Like, I'm not going to bash any other company, but mine is better. That's not bashing. That's just telling the truth. Is it safe to do heavy metal detox after a parasite detox? Well, my kit has a heavy metal detox in it called Metal Flush. But yeah, you can do a heavy metal detox after you do a parasite detox, for sure. You'll want to do the parasite detox again after you do it. Oh, you're welcome. If I do the milk method, where does the head pop out of? Your butt. Your butt. It pops its head right out of your bum. If you do it and you send me a video, the first person to send me a video, I'm going to do a kit for them. Because that means you need to cleanse. I do not have dogs anymore, but I know a lot of my issues with the worms and I had Cryptosporidium parvium was because of my dogs. We had 3 dogs and 2 cats at one point. I had 2 cats since I was 16. Jeremy's had dogs since he can remember. And, you know, we dewormed them, but not like we should be. Not like we should have been. We will going forward if we ever have animals. But they are the number one reason why we can get worms. Poor guys. Diatomaceous earth food grade. Hi, Broken. Worm City, I bet. I have 2 dogs and a cat. If we do the milk bath. Yeah, do the milk bath. If a tapeworm comes out, I'll send you a kit. First person though. And I'll put it on my channel. Can you check? It's been 2 weeks. Oh, yes. Can you send me your number? It's 7 to 10 business days from start to ship. Let me see where she's at. Hold on. My thing is stuck. So annoying. Send me your number, Maria, because my thing's not working. I'm going to go in 10 minutes. What made you think to cleanse for worms to get TikTok going crazy? No, I thought I had worms about 5 years ago and my doctors said I was crazy. And then I put my head in the sand. Actually, it's funny because I just upgraded my phone. So it syncs all of my pictures and then it tells me what I did on this day. And in 2015, around April, it was like April 15th, it popped up and I was looking at colonics, places that did colonics in Tacoma, Washington, because I thought I had worms. And then I just wanted to see why I wasn't still feeling really good. I had changed all my meds. I had changed my diet. I was exercising and I still felt like trash. I couldn't lose any more weight. Like I'd lost 20 pounds and I couldn't lose any more. And I couldn't figure out why. And so I came across the Paragard cleanse and I did it. And within 3 days, I knew I had worms. And then it just cycled into even more. So then Jeremy did it. He had worms. And I was like, why do we both have worms? Why are we so sick? Why do we feel like trash all the time? Come to find out it was in our water. So then we went through that whole rabbit hole. But in the process, I started my own kit. You emailed me. Okay, cool. Hi. I need to know how is the dosage for kids. My son is 10 and my daughter is 7. So we include it on the instructions, but it's Parafy 3 times a day, and then you do the Sustain and the Metal Flush once a day. That's it. So really you could get 2 kits and one Parafy for the 3 of you. Use Parafy 10 as your discount code. I just ordered the kit and I bet sushi, but I take flaxseed every day. Do I stop when doing? No, you just keep doing everything the same. The only thing that you should avoid is blood thinners, aspirin, and chemo meds. That's it. Nothing else changes, and the instructions are on there. Hi, Deanie. What's a milk bath? A milk bath is how they find out if you have parasite, if you have a tapeworm. They have you sit in it, and then the tapeworm pokes its head out, and then they pull it out. Going for milk. I bet you we're going to see an up. If we start seeing an increase in price for milk, we're going to be like, thanks, Kim. Is it normal to not see any worms or parasites? Yes, most parasites are microscopic. You have to see them under a microscope. And worms are physical, so not everybody sees them, and you'd have to dig through your poo. Honestly, I saw mine because they came out of my pee. Is it normal? Oh, I answered that. Whole milk. Yes, it has to be whole milk, Mary. Or maybe Humble. Yes, it has to be whole milk. They actually say unpasteurized milk, but it's hard to find that actual, like, exact milk. Oh, yay! 888 Seeker of Truth just bought the Kitten Gutty. Congratulations! 3 to 4 gallons. I have a video. Just watch the video. It's about 4 or 5 videos back. And it's 3 to 4 gallons of milk with, like, if you have to add a quart of water, but you don't have to. Add sugar to the milk? Oh, good to know. Maybe I'll follow up with that one. I just did what the Amish did. And I couldn't remember what your handle was, Nancy. Okay, you guys. Did I answer everyone's questions? Did I get through everybody? Parafy 10 will be good till tonight. If you want to go grab a kit, awesome. I'm on Shipwreck Show tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe it's 7. I'll have to look. I'll post it at the top. I'll go live here first, and then I'll go live, and then I'll go over to Shipwreck. Can Candida be an issue from worms? Yes. They love each other. They go together. Just ordered Safeguard. You're welcome, Priscilla. Safeguard's good. Safeguard is good. You know, you can deworm your animal every month if you want. I'm scared to see the worms. It's the reason you... Don't look. Don't look and don't dig. Don't look and don't dig. We're going to be doing a colon, kidney, liver flush. After we cover, we're going to order the kits for 2. Awesome. Let me know. Let me know when you do so I can make sure that the codes are up for you. That's going to be fun. Please answer. I didn't see anything. Uli. I don't know why you're saying please answer. I don't know what I'm supposed to answer. I totally will though. Please name off. Oh, to learn. Oh, your universe. Your universe. Let me get it up so I have it exactly. Your universe. So this is what she looks like. It's like this little right here. Are we all starting to learn how to read backwards because of TikTok? She's super cool. Like, she was on, her name's Jessica, and she was on food stamps, and like, she had like a really rough go, and she manifested a better life, and now she has a PhD and went viral. So most people don't actually see them. No, most people do not actually see unless they dig or they have physical worms. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. Love you back. You're so cool. You're welcome. I'm always here for support. What would make one know if they might have worms? I have a video pinned to the top of my page. There's 17 common symptoms. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then I'll have the right time for the shipwreck show. And then I'll do another live on Sunday. Okay, you guys have a good night. Bye.